Yeah. Yeah. So you guys, you would have met Francine. She's the office manager at the front desk.
Yeah, we met her, and the girl across from her.
That was Diana, or who we call Steve. She went back to school for nursing,
Okay.
and is now actively looking for jobs. Her girl Clarissa, who worked for a local dealer of ours, and came over with us. And she's a decent replacement for Dee Dee. Of course, we missed Dee Dee. But yeah, Francine had like a 12-pound cyst or something like that in her abdomen. They had like
It's like a baby.
yeah, a big baby, a huge oh my god.
That whole live stream that we just did wasn't public. I can't believe that.
Well, like I said, we'll fix that.
Is that the tripod I got you for Christmas?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I like it.
I want to know if this. I just want to know if this makes a difference now.
Yeah, it was really.
It should. It really
Well,
should.
it's shame on Johnny. Johnny, is there any way to figure out like if this live stream says if it's public right now on your end? Like, are you able to see anything like that? It seems like people are joining in a lot quicker than they were the first time.
When you just did?
Yeah, but it's unfortunate because now I owe this man 2 hours of time. Because I just took away 2 hours of his time that.
2 hours of my life I'll never get back.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be dramatic about it or anything, but
I know. I don't know what went wrong there. It wasn't.
it's okay. I already wrote off my 5 p.m. Appointment. I figured we'd be getting. I was actually gonna have a free singing lesson with a deep bass.
Oh, see, the show family. I'm trying to get some. There's like a piece of hair on my phone right here.
What the?
You don't owe me nothing. No, Johnny, I owe that guy.
Ooh,
I just took. All right.
Are you live
Listen,
right now?
I'm live right now, and it's a big difference, Jim.
Because you're vertical.
Yeah, we messed up. Show family. All right, so
You're
you're
gonna get a side by side in the vertical.
listen. You're gonna be the star of the show, and I'm gonna interact, and you're gonna.
Are you gonna beta on me again?
Yeah, I'm gonna bait out on you. Show family, what are we doing? We're talking. This is Kaden. This is Jim from Kaden Manufacturing.
I like how you said this is Kaden. Yes, I am.
We are here with Kaden. Johnny, I don't know what happened there, man, but I messed up big time on that last live stream. We sat here talking for 2 hours, and I realized that I didn't make the live stream public. And yes, this is the Kadenator.
I already used all my best jokes.
Yep. Also, literally the past that guy's time and hello, Michael. Hello, welcome to the live stream. We're here with Kaden Manufacturing. This is Jim, aka the Kadenator. He's here to talk bladders. He the cool thing is he's printed out some specials because basically hello, Michael. Did I say hello to Michael already? Hello again, Michael. But he's here to just we're here to talk bladders. See now people are chiming. They don't even know what bladders are.
They don't know what bladders are.
And all right, so that's a comment we're just gonna leave. I'm sorry that happened to you. That's all I can say. But
We got this.
we
call this Steve got it.
so yes,
Steve
so
got
the
it.
jump-in poll is back now. If we had 500 likes, we were gonna jump in that pool that's out there.
Might have to up that number now.
Johnny,
It's cold out there, man.
Johnny wants to know what a bladder is, Jim.
Okay. So I'm from Kaden Manufacturing. We specialize in in-ground swimming pool liners and safety covers. But when did you do that video?
Which video?
The one we're here.
Oh, the one that went viral.
Yeah. When did you do that? When did you put that out?
That was probably about 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So Steve put out a video a couple weeks ago using one of our products, which is the Kaden Pool Bladder. It's a temporary water storage solution, mostly for pool guys. But as Steve pointed out, he saw guys working on the side of the road, working on the riverbank or something, using these bladders. That video has now got almost 750,000 views. So clearly there is interest in these pool bladders. So Steve was like, dude, we got to talk about this. I'm actually here on a Sunday talking about. This is not one of my normal work days to capitalize on this opportunity where everybody wants to know what's going on. So the Kaden pool bladder. If you're a pool guy, whether you do liners, whether you do fiberglass installs, whether you do new plaster, new cement, new paint jobs, you can't get that hair out of the. Technical difficulties.
It's behind the camera lens thingy.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah.
You can save or stage water and then fill the pool as you need it, when you need it.
Hey, Rockstar.
Probably not saving money as opposed to like the use of a garden hose. Saving a little bit of money when it comes to tankering water in. But the idea is you're using these platters time and time again, job after job, year after year, landing more jobs because you can save water that's got salt in it, that's got chlorine in it, that's got balanced chemicals in it. Saving the customer hassle and time and money in that regard. But you're landing more jobs because you're environmentally thinking. You're not sending this chlorinated water out into the jungle somewhere. So there's a lot of merits to it, which we will get into as I go around the world answering this question as to what is a bladder. It's a pretty open-ended question.
Yeah.
Are you still fixing the hair? Oh, you do something.
No, I'm trying
Are
to.
you listed?
No, you're still good.
We're public.
Don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Keep going.
I brought an example. This is our.
I'm really sorry for the last 2 hours, Jim.
Oh, I'm sorry about the last 2 hours.
I will at least buy you two. I will at least buy you 2 drinks in Atlantic City. Atlantic
Two
City.
margaritas.
Yeah.
This is just an example, a small sample of what the Kaden pool bladder is. The material is very much akin to a solid safety cover in that it's a polyester weave coated with vinyl on both sides. So it's flexible, but it won't stretch like a vinyl will. It'll reach capacity and it'll just stop stretching at that point. For the simple fact that we could be holding up to 3,500 gallons of water, we need something sturdy to put it in. This particular model has one snorkel in one corner, where our 2 smaller models, there are 4 sizes in all, which we'll get into. The 2 smaller models have one snorkel. The 2 larger models, which are more for the pool guys, have a snorkel in opposite corners. So there'll be one here, and then again, one on this side.
Is my mom bringing me home? All right.
Well, I can bring it home if you need to, whatever.
All right. Sorry,
I'm
Jim.
talking to the missus there. So you can fill these with a trash pump, a gas pump, easily move water back and forth. You can use this, if you're able to stage this next to the pool, you can let gravity take over and just take the clamp off the snorkel and just let Newton's law take over and pull the water back into the pool. You can fill it with a garden hose if you're staging water ahead of time. Each bladder has one of these caps. Actually, this is an older style. We have an updated version now. We should probably make an updated bladder, actually. Has this cap in the middle. You can run a garden hose in there. We've had guys figure out like a PVC fitting that they can run like a 2-inch hose to connect to. This also works as your burp valve. As you're filling this bladder, you want to make sure it's full of water and not air. So as you're filling it with the trash pump through the snorkel, leave this cracked so air can be chased out as the water fills it. Once water starts to trickle out from here, you can simply crank this down, turn off your pump, clamp the snorkel. I usually recommend, and Steve can talk more about this because I know the manufacturing side of this and the applications that it should do in the field. Steve has used these in the field many, many times and has much more real world experience than I do. But basically, you fold your snorkel over and your clamp slides on there. This is the metal clamp. Steve prefers the wooden clamp. You loosen these wing nuts down, this opens up. You can slide it onto your snorkel and clamp this down to temporarily hold the water while you're doing your job, whether it's a liner change, plaster job, whatever it might be. Then when you're ready, unclamp it, let it go back in. Whether gravity's taking it back in.
Thanks, San Diego.
Right there at the pool side, or whether you've got these staged somewhere in the yard, out on a flat driveway, and you're taking the water back in with the pump. Either way, picking them up with the snorkel is the quickest way to go. The snorkel is 7 inches, so your gas pump strainer can go right up there. Steve likes to use duct tape to kind of lock the snorkel down around the hose for the gas pump. Zip ties work as well, but the thing with the zip tie, and this is why I like your duct tape idea, Steve. Zip ties need to be cut off. Obviously, we want to be careful not to cut the snorkel. Duct tape, I'd imagine, you just undo it and off it comes. But if you do cut this by mistake, or just wear and tear dragging it around, and you get a hole in it, coated. A little bit of some leftover vinyl from a skimmer cutout or a handle sample, and some HH66, you're back in business. Just like patching a liner, you can patch this the same way. My number 2 dealer, the number 2 Kaden dealer in the entire country, is down in Deltona, Florida. He does nothing but liner jobs all year round, all over the state. He's got a fleet of these pool bladders. His oldest one, I think we're pushing about a decade that he's been using it now. It probably looks a little Frankenstein-y. It's got some patches on it from over the years, but it's still holding water. Beautiful. And he does a lot of liner changes, that guy. He's my number 2 dealer. And he's shooting for number 1. More power to him. So yeah, that's what a pool bladder is. They come in 4 different sizes. Like I said, the smaller 2, holding 1,500 gallons or 700 gallons, more for the hot tub service. If you got to hold some water temporarily while you're jacking the hot tub up to work on something, that's what that's for. The bigger 2 are the popular models because this is for the pool guys. We've got a 15-foot square model. We call it 15 square. Go figure. Holds 3,500 gallons. It weighs 78 pounds empty. Weighs a lot more full. You're not moving it when it's full. The more popular model is our 20 long, or 10 feet wide by 20 feet long. Holds 3,000 gallons and weighs 70 pounds. The reason that's more popular is simply think about a rectangular footprint and how that would fit around a pool, like say on the decking inside the pool fence, as opposed to a 15 by 15 square that's just not going to be as cohesive to filling that space. The normal pricing for these bladders, for these big 2, $835 on the big bladder, the 15 square, or a flat $800 on the 20 long. And I say normal pricing because that's the normal price. At the Atlantic City Pool and Spa Show coming up the end of January here, 2025, we will have a show special, 15% off, $710 for the 3,500 gallon job, or $680 on the 3,000 gallon job. What if, Jim? I'm not going to the Atlantic City show. I'm out in Vegas. I'm on the West Coast. I can't be bothered. Okay. Steve's pointing at me, pointing his finger up.
Johnny would like to know if a pool deck has ever cracked from the weight of one when it's full.
No, it has not, but these are things to be aware of. Know that I should have crunched the math on this before. Actually, I can do it right now. 3,500 gallons of water is, come on, phone, wake up. Thumbprint, probably, there we go. Okay. If anybody's quicker with the calculator than I am, times 8.5. Okay, 3,500 gallons of water is almost 30,000 pounds. Spread out over 15 by 15s, whatever that comes down to per square foot. But that is something to be cognizant of. A wooden deck, maybe we shouldn't put it on there. I don't know how well this deck was built. Have we ever had a cement deck crack on us?
2 tons.
Wait.
Johnny says 2 tons.
2 tons. No, we have not.
Jim, real quick, re-explain who you are.
Oh, boy. I guess people are tuning in.
Yep.
So, I am Jim Dorsey. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing, as well as the Technical Specialist at Kaden Manufacturing. Kaden Manufacturing is a company based in northern New Jersey, Patterson to be specific. We've been around for 18 years. We specialize in in-ground liners for swimming pools and safety covers for swimming pools. The pool bladder is a sort of a side project, if you will. As far as I know in the pool industry, we might very well be the only manufacturer who does them specific for pools. There are some that are made pillow bladders. I think they're pillow tanks or something like that. More for like diesel fuel storage. They are pricier. So if you're just doing this for pools, you're welcome. Here you go. But that's who I am. That's what I do. You might have seen Kaden's YouTube channel, Kaden Manufacturing. We're on YouTube. Some pretty funny marketing there. That's how Steve and I kind of got hooked up because he does a lot of YouTube stuff as well.
No, me and YouTube?
Yeah, right.
There's a lot.
500 likes.
That's what. Yeah. So we got to get more likes if we're gonna jump in the pool. Appreciate everybody.
Wait. Who's this we? Wait.
Oh, you. Oh wait. You're right. I was 500. You needed 1,000. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure we'll get there. Great.
Yeah, well, now that I figured out how to actually go public with a
Oh.
live stream. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, guys, I'm assuming we're talking to a lot of pool guys here, or maybe pool owners, whatever the case might be.
Pool people.
Pool people. Anybody who knows about? Anybody know what a swimming pool is? Okay, you're welcome. Here we go. Let's talk about this stuff. When you are doing a renovation job, or it could be a new install. I don't care if it's a vinyl liner pool or a fiberglass pool or a cement pool with a plaster finish or a paint job. The bladders are usable. What does that mean?
People are giving thumbs up.
Oh, I thought you said speak louder. Speak
No,
louder.
no,
I
no,
can't
no.
hear you. But my wife's always saying the opposite. Be quiet.
Volume's good.
Okay. So with a vinyl liner pool, the idea is when you're doing a liner change and the water that's in the pool currently is in good
Hi,
shape,
India.
save it. Okay. The idea is not really so much to save all the water to where you can fill the pool completely. If the backyard's big enough and you have enough bladders, okay, cool, go for it. I got one of my dealers up in Michigan has 10 bladders. I got a photo of them staging it all around a pool for a liner change. You can put them 15 by 15 in the shallow end. But the idea here is for liner guys, fill the hopper, get 6 inches of water in your shallow end. What happens at that point? We pull our liner vacs out, we do our cutouts on the steps, the skimmer, the returns, the lights, and you are done. Provided there's nothing else that's on your contract that you need to do, your liner is installed and you are done. Hello to somebody.
Mario.
Hey Mario. So you're getting potentially 2 liner jobs done now in a day, staging the water with these things. You're not waiting for tankers to show up. You're not slowly filling it with a garden hose, coming back 2-3 days later on a 20 by 40 with bad water pressure to pull your vacs into your cutouts. You've got a lot more efficiency going on. The fact that you can save the water that might have salt in it, might have chlorine in it, might have other balanced chemicals in there, Baquicil, whatever the heck it might be. The fact that the homeowner doesn't need to spend the money to put that in again, whether they're filling with the garden hose or tankers are coming in, gives you a leg up in the landing the job department. The fact that you're saving chemically treated water and not sending it out to the street, out into a field, out into the woods, for those who are conscious of such things, is getting you a leg up on landing that job as opposed to your competition who doesn't even offer the option. You can recoup, well Jim, these things are $800 a piece, $680 a piece, even on sale. And I have to have like 4 or 6 of them to even make a dent. Yes, there is an investment up front. Salt chlorine generator. You put $1,000 up front to get this unit in there. Down the road, you're going to see that savings. Same thing with the pool bladder. You will potentially land more jobs if you upsell with the fact that you can save the water. And here's a little trick that a lot of my dealers do. Charge a small rental fee for the use of the bladder. You can tell the homeowner, this is an $800 bladder. I'm bringing in 6 of them. The rental fee is $60. It's $100. It's whatever your market will bear. The homeowner will gladly pay that so long as you've sold them on the fact that you're saving their water, you're saving them time, you're saving them the hassle of rebalancing their water. There's a lot of upsides to this that you can capitalize on and still make money on quicker than waiting for the returns to come down the road. That's for vinyl liner installs and liner changes. That's how much water we need to work with. If you are a fiberglass installer, we know that we need a certain amount of water in that pool for it to set into the sand before we can start hooking up our plumbing. Well, what if we could do that quicker? Well, yeah, sure, we could call in water tankers, and that's 300, 400, whatever, 100 per tanker to show up. Are they going to all show up at the same time? There are some companies that run one tanker. They got one truck. There are other companies that might have 3, 4, 5, 6 if they're bigger companies. But getting them when you need them in the middle of the busy season, hit or miss. Hit or miss. Been there. I'm an old pool guy myself. I owned a company for 10 years dealing with these kind of headaches. If you can stage the water ahead of time, whether with the garden hose, and now it doesn't matter how long it's going to take to fill them, the water's there when I need them, or even filling them with a tanker to fill them super fast if you need it the same day. There are ways to work around this. The fiberglass installs can happen a lot quicker. Plaster guys, cement pools, whether it's a new job or it's a renovation, what do we need to do with plaster? We have to fill it right away. Otherwise our plaster is going to cure unevenly. Can I get 6 tankers lined up on this street out here? They're all going to drop their hose, drop their load all at the same time, and this pool's going to fill in 10 minutes? Good luck. You better be in deep with a water delivery company to make that happen. Can I stage enough bladders around the pool, depending on the backyard, sure, to make that happen on my own?
Hello, brother.
Yeah, there's a good chance you could.
G Gaming. I can't say this. GAITONDE Gaming says hello.
Gaming? Who's gaming? I'm a gamer right here.
Yeah, G Gaming.
Okay.
Big brother.
Right on. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
If you're painting a pool, one of my biggest, most nerve-wracking experiences as an old pool guy was draining a cement shell pool for an acid wash and a repaint when there were no hydrostats in the main drain pot. What am I supposed to do now? I'm supposed to drill holes through the shell, God forbid.
Connecticut.
Water pops this shell out of the ground. I don't want to be drilling. I'm not a plastic guy. I'm not a cement guy. I'm not ready to drill holes in this shell. I'm just going to do this job as quick as I can and pray to God that nothing happens. So with bladders already staged, we can get that water weight back in the pool a lot quicker than we would have with a garden hose or waiting for tankers to show up. So the list goes on and on as far as the upside potential for working with pool.
We're talking pools, not politics, people.
True. This is true. Yeah, we're talking about Kaden pool bladders specifically. For the simple fact that 2 weeks ago, Steve dropped this video of him, 60-second short video of him using one of the bladders.
Here's a decent question. Do you support skinny dipping in pools?
Depends on who's doing it. Me, skinny dipping? No, I do not support that at all. As an old pool guy, I've seen some things in my time.
This live stream has already done better than the other one, by the way.
Well, now that you've set it up properly,
we were just practicing.
Our
Right?
practice run, our 2-hour practice run. It's all good.
Yeah.
So I was talking about the special at the Atlantic City Pool and Spa show coming up. If you're going to be at that show, by the way, come to the Kaden booth, number 2246. It's the same location we were last year, actually. Pretty convenient if you remember last year. Stop by the booth so we can talk about these. You can order them there if you want. They're 15% off. But also stop by there because we are running a huge giveaway this year. If anybody knows what a MetaQuest 3 VR headset is, we're giving away not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. We're giving away 5 MetaQuest 3 headsets. And all you got to do is come into our booth, take a picture with the Cadenator, post it up on social media, do a little bit of tagging. You are now entered, and you can enter multiple times to win one of these 5 MetaQuest 3 headsets. Every company that enters the contest will get a $50 credit on their Kaden account to use, whether it's for shipping, whether it's for a liner, whether it's for a color, whether it's a pool bladder. $50. It's yours. Enjoy on the house. You have nothing to lose by stopping by the Kaden booth.
This is Atlantic City, the Atlantic City Pool Show. That's at the last week of January.
Mm-hmm.
And
the show is Tuesday to Thursday.
I can't help the stream cutting in and out of the internet, folks. But it's we're fighting with the bars a little bit. We're doing pretty good though. Thanks to everybody that's chiming in. Thanks to everybody that's hitting the like button. 500 likes. Steve got a pool, jumps in the pool out back, and we've got 39 votes. And most of you are saying, "Hey, let's jump in the pool." But folks, this is a response live stream. We tried going live stream earlier. Unfortunately, I went unlisted, and only my subscribers saw the 2-hour live stream. So shout out to my wonderful fans, my family, Johnny and Gabriel and Vegas Villain and Gina. Did I say Gina again? I always give her a lot of shout outs. Yes, you are looking at a salesman. This is a professional salesman.
Yeah.
And
professional salesman.
Sorry for interrupting. Yeah. Okay. We'll just I'm gonna have to remove this guy.
There's always somebody.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, you put up a video of you using the pool bladder, the Kaden pool bladder.
It was a 15-second long video.
15,
Yeah.
gosh, wow, it's amazing. And you use these pool bladders a lot.
Johnny, I can give it back to you, but I just wanted you to be able to comment on shorts. So I took the moderator off. I mean, I can always make you a moderator again, Johnny. Sorry.
No, it's all good. You got business to attend to. So that video over the Christmas break, Steve texted me, said, "We've got 100,000 views." Oh no, wait, we've got 200,000 views. Oh no, wait, we have 500,000 views. Oh my gosh! So clearly, there's a lot of interest generated in this unique product. That video is now close to 750,000 views, like 750,000 views. So clearly, this is something we need to discuss because there were some questions.
Stream, Johnny, and then we'll
Get you.
yeah.
And we wanted to make this live video so we could answer the questions, answer the concerns, make sure everybody knows what it was that Steve was using, why he uses them so much, what are the benefits, who can use them, why, when can we use them, and we can actually go back through some of the specific questions from that video and answer them. Of course, being live, you can send us questions right here, right now, and I will answer them to the best of my abilities. I know a lot about the manufacturing side of this, the rigorous tests they go through before we even ship them out, what their purposes are. Steve has a lot of experience in the field that I don't have. There he is. See, there he is, folks. There's our wondrous host. He showed me, so I know how we fold them in the factory when we ship them out. He showed me how he folds it in the field to chase all the last bits of water out of them before putting them back into storage, which is, I think, something that we'll do another video on, because that's pretty key. So with all this
Pool bladders, we're talking pool bladders, people.
Pool bladders, the Kaden
pool bladders. In response to the viral, this man just explained to you what we're here doing. We're doing a live stream in response to the most recent viral video talking the Kaden pool bladders. Questions, comments, concerns.
Yeah.
Pool bladder on the ground right there, folks. That's the pool bladder right there.
I drove 3 hours this morning on a Sunday
To do a 2-hour live stream that nobody saw.
So we can come back to this. But because there was so much interest and so many questions and information that clearly needed to be disseminated about this product, I took on my day off a 6-hour round trip to come and talk about this with you guys. And it's always good to hang out with Steve too. He's a good guy. So
Thanks, Jim.
he's my YouTube buddy. So this is not a full-size pool bladder. This is a miniature version that we use that shows, just to give people an example so they can feel the actual material. If you've ever felt a safety cover, a solid safety cover, same idea. There's a polyester weave inside here. This is coated with vinyl on both sides. The difference being a solid safety cover is a 12-ounce weight. This is a 22-ounce weight. Very heavy duty. When we manufacture them, they are not sewn, like Steve said in one of the comments, which was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
He's shaking his head now, like, what was I thinking?
Yeah, you got me good there.
But there's a good reason for it. These are hot air welded together, and then we inflate them with air because, as we know, if you do any pressure testing, you know that water will not compress.
Thanks,
air,
Johnny.
however, will. So we fill these with air to get them to expand like a huge balloon, and then we spray all the seams with soapy water and look for any bubbles, any air bubbles where air is going to be escaping, or obviously would be water escaping when we're using them in the field. So they go through a much more rigorous inspection protocol than our liners and our safety covers do, because we're holding 3,500 gallons in one spot. What happens if that seam should split open? Where's that water going and how fast? That's something that we need to, we all need to be keenly aware of. So with how durable this material is, and we're going to shoot a video. I think maybe Steve and I will do it together, or we'll figure out a thing that we can do where we do a time lapse of us inflating one of these. I swear I could probably jack up a truck with an air inflated pool bladder, not a water inflated one, because they will inflate to about 6 feet high. And if I was laying on it, I would inflate to about 6 feet high. That's how strong it is. When you fill it with water, because the water won't compress, it fills to about 2 feet high, and then fills the footprint of the bladder, 15 by 15.
CFH fan, hello, what's up, Steve? I'm doing good.
Doing good. Thank God we're all doing good here. So that's, if you come to the Atlantic City show, we'll have either this mini one, or we'll update this because the cap is actually a little different now in the middle. The way we weld it's a little bit different. This is a much older version. Where the original idea came from, this was a Jeff Kaden brainstorm. This is going back 12, 13, 14, something like that. It's been a while.
Thanks for the likes, everybody.
Jeff Kaden, who is my boss and obviously the owner of Kaden Manufacturing, been around about 18 years. Jeff's been in the biz 28 years, mostly designing in-ground liners, now safety covers as well. He needed to keep his crew busy over the winter. This is before we were doing safety covers. We could just, bust out stock safety covers. And he had leftover discontinued vinyl liner patterns that there wasn't enough left on the roll for a full line. Like, what am I going to do with this excess vinyl? He came up with this idea. The first ones, the prototypes, which you might actually see a picture on our website if it's still up there, is a huge bladder made out of liner, pool in-ground liner vinyl that he's actually kneeling on when it's full of water. Obviously, again, considering how much water we're holding and keeping CYA in mind, and I don't mean cyanuric acid when I say that, holding thousands of gallons of water, we should probably limit how many gallons we're going to put in one spot. That's why the biggest one is 3,500 gallons. And we obviously can't make them out of just stretchable vinyl liner material. We need to make it out of something more heavy duty, hence the not so stretchable polyester weave vinyl coated. So they're pretty heavy duty. All that being said, pretty dang on heavy duty. So I am ready for any questions. I know this is being a unique item. There's probably a lot of like, wait a minute, what am I doing with this? How do I do it? Why would I do that? A lot of the questions that I saw from the last video were like, there was a question from a homeowner in California. Like, I just changed out my liner a few years ago. It only cost me this much money to replace the water. Well, yeah, these are not intended to be sold to a homeowner for one-time use. Completely financially the wrong move. As a pool professional who can and will use them job after job after job, year after year, landing more sales because they're saving the water, perhaps charging a small rental fee for the use of the bladders, especially once the homeowner knows, oh, can I just buy those bladders myself? Yeah, better fire up your checkbook because it's going to be a hefty price. This is who this is for. And again, it's not just liner guys, it's plaster guys, it's paint guys, it's fiberglass guys. It's just about every pool guy out there. What if I don't build plaster pools, I don't do plaster jobs, but I do repair cement pools with cracks. Okay, maybe you got to drain some water out, save some water, get in there and work on the cracks, fill them back up with the water that you just saved. If that lands you the job as opposed to company X who can't save the water, okay, guess what? You're keeping busier. You're making more money. I'm also a salesman, obviously, so I do sales seminars. So I see the sales potential when you have an opportunity like this to do something that your competition doesn't or can't. That gives you a leg up to where it's no longer about what's your price. It's now about when can you come and do the job because you do something that the other guys don't. All right, keep that in mind across the board when it comes to selling. So firing up some of the other questions that we had, the whole reason we're here.
Thanks for the likes, folks.
Yeah, 500. I want to see Steve swimming out. It's like
500 likes. I'll jump in the pool.
35 degrees here in Connecticut right now.
If there's anything I know, we're not going to be getting 500 likes on this live stream.
So I just addressed the first comment about it was cheaper for me to just fill the pool back up. Yes, as for the homeowner.
Do you imagine?
Doing the job, sure. Oh my God, no. Pool guys have giant bladders. They come in handy at cake parties. There was a lot of talk in this video. Steve didn't have the tail going back into the pool, and there's a lot of comments like, you set it up wrong. The tail's supposed to be in the pool. In a perfect world, yes. Set these bladders around the pool with one of the snorkels hanging over the edge, so when you're ready to fill the pool back up, you just undo the clamp and whoosh, all the water goes back in. I have video footage of like 3 of them going at once and that pool filling, excuse me, very quickly. We'll utilize that video footage coming up here in the future. But we don't live in a perfect world. We can't all, I'm sure we've all seen it. I remember specifically being in Pennsylvania, come on everybody, being in Pennsylvania measuring a Grecian pool for one of my dealers in the Easton, Pennsylvania area, and I swear the pool fence was 3 feet away from the perimeter of the pool all the way around. I'm like, who thought this was a good idea? Okay, so obviously pool bladders would not work around the pool, but they could work on just the other side of the fence. They could work in the driveway that was right behind me. With a gas pump, you can move this water back and forth very quickly, very freely, very easily. You can also use slower pumps if that's what you've got. But the tail does not have to hang over the edge. We show that because that's the perfect scenario. But no, Steve did not do a boo-boo, according to some of these comments.
And they're
Is
not.
that why it's so cold in here? Is that refrigerator?
Yeah, and they're not, and bladders are not sewn together. They're welded together. So if you really want to go through and see a big boo-boo, you can see me making a mistake on how they're made when I told everybody they were sewn together.
There's a good reason. When he came to do a tour of the Kaden facility, when was that? That was earlier this season.
When was that? Was it in July or
was it June, July, something like that. The season had kicked off, but it wasn't the crazy time. The area that we inflate the pool bladders to test them out is the same area that we'll lay out covers, safety covers, to do a template for a repair or a replacement. And then right next to that is the sewing room. So there was sort of a correlation there that we sew them together with the 1920s sewing machines.
I think I want to tell the story about how I met Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know this story?
I might not know this story. So you can totally fabricate it and be like, really? That's interesting.
No, well, Jeff can validate, but you know, a lot of people are probably wondering, like, you know, why am I doing this live stream? Why am I plugging Kaden Manufacturing? Is this not a paid promotion? It's not. It's really not, folks. Believe it or not, friends do nice things for each other, even if it means talking to nobody for 2 hours, just so you can get some practice on a live stream.
Yeah.
But so. In Atlantic City is the pool show in Atlantic City, right? So after the end of the show, everybody goes to the bars and the restaurants, and they start letting down and letting loose a little bit. And lo and behold, we were in one little bar at one of the hotels, and Jeff was there with his wife. And I don't remember who approached who, but somehow I ended up. It might have been me approaching them drunk. Feeling strong and mighty, and I just remember sitting down at the table with Jeff and his wife, and they were, you know, pitching ideas, and they wanted us to buy liners, Giuliano's Pools, to buy liners from Kaden. And you know, we have a pretty good deal going with the Vinyl Works up in New York, and at that time the owner of the company wasn't too receptive as to making a switch, but he said, you know what, we'll try it out. We'll do a couple liners with them, and so you know, I just kind of got in the moment of trying to work a deal. I'm always trying to help people. I'm always trying to make people feel special and make people feel involved with things, because that's the way that I like to live my life. I like to feel that way too. So that's basically what happened, and that's how I got to know them. And lo and behold, I started the YouTube channel, and then I went to Atlantic City when I started putting my business cards all over the Kaden entry, right at the entryway there,
on the
for
boardwalk,
people to see. And I went straight to their booth and tried asking Jeff if he wanted to start being on some videos, and he diverted.
How did that go?
He diverted me here to the master of cosplay himself, Lord Humongous. Ivan Drago.
Oh boy. The list goes on.
The list goes on.
Like 30 names.
If you're looking to, if you want to find out a little bit more about Jim from Kaden, just Google Lord Humongous Cosplay, and you will see him.
That's a rabbit hole. That's a big rabbit hole.
He toured with the Misfits for like 13 years.
13 years, yeah.
He was like their #1 dude with the security and muscle and organizing and keeping the riffraff away. And so that was.
I carried a 500,000 volt stun gun in my fanny pack. I pulled it out twice with the intent to use it. Never had to, but got close. We traveled all over the world, so there's some pretty hairy areas we had to go to.
All over the world.
All over the world. 13 years. What did I say? Babysitter for grown men. That's a fancy term. That's what tour manager means.
Are you having flashbacks from our last live stream where we thought people were listening? And,
yeah, I got a little PTSD going on.
Yeah. I don't know what went wrong there.
You know, things happen.
There's too many. When you go to upload a video or you go to upload lives, there's so many questions. There's
I know.
Fine print.
Yeah.
If you don't press the right
button, yep.
You're messed up.
That's
but,
right.
I think
we're doing it even better this time. Though,
we are
because it's vertical and stuff.
We are doing a little bit better, yeah. You know, minus some tequila shots and rum and brandy. Whatever.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
We're gonna wake up sick tomorrow.
What do they call those Long Island iced teas?
Long Island. Oh boy. Okay, so back again, the Atlantic City Pool and Spa Show, the last week of January every year at the Atlantic City Convention Center. Huge show. If you're a pool guy and on the anywhere on the Upper East Coast and even into the Midwest and getting into the South a bit, this is a great show to go to. We always have our welcome party on Monday nights. It used to be at Harrah's, the pool. So if we're talking about pool guys, having pool people, pool professionals, having a party at a pool, you can imagine how fun that was.
I just learned why it's so cold in here. Remember my wife turned the heat up?
She turned it back down?
It's one of those ones that you can control from your phone. So the guy that works in here turned it back down.
You know.
Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, God. Come on, brother. Hook us up here. So we would get drink tickets. With your admission, you'd get 2 drink tickets. And a couple of the guys that we would bring with the company that I used to own, All American Pool Service, they didn't drink. So I got their drink tickets. And I'm in with some people from NESPA because I do classes for NESPA. I teach.
Matt's in the
installation.
Hey, Matt. Say hi to Matt, Jim.
Yo, Matt. Thanks for joining us, brother. Appreciate it. On a Sunday, no less, instead of watching football.
Matt, I'm gonna take Matt off as moderator.
Yeah, so he can comment.
So that way he can comment more.
So long story short, I had a pocket full of drink tickets, free drinks, and who's hitting the Long Island iced teas like they're going out of style? This guy. How good of an idea was that? Maybe not so good. A great time was had, but oh boy, when you got to get up early and do classes the next morning.
Hello, St. George.
Dang. One of the questions that came up, I've got the video, the viral video that Steve did a couple weeks ago. I'm sure that's great for the lawn boys. Yes, we are talking about putting 30,000 gallons of water in one spot in somebody's yard. The concern was, does it kill the grass? Steve, who does this all the time, confirmed that no, it doesn't kill the grass. It'll make it lay down, but does it turn brown and die? No, it does not. Grass is very resilient. That's why it's in our lawn. Place it upgrade from the dwelling. So again, more questions about. Well, it has to be on a flat surface, right? Well, ideally.
Look at he turned it down 1 more degree on us. It's like he's watching the stream, messing with us with the heat.
That's low.
I'm gonna be a normal person now. I'm gonna be a real. No, Matt. The only reason I did that was so that you can comment on the shorts again. Upgrade the fence. Someone's looking at the fence way out there.
Is that a to-code pool fence, or is that?
I don't know.
Doesn't have a foothold, right? I know the gate's to-code. It's had to come in.
I'm glad that Matt. I'm glad you got to join in, Matt. Check this out. So, we started live streaming around 1 o'clock, and
I thought you were live when
I listed the live stream as unlisted, so only certain subscribers got to see it. And we sat here talking for 2 hours.
We had some pretty good jokes. I remember.
2 hours, and a total of 68 people saw that 2-hour live stream. So
It was
I
a
think,
good dry run, man.
yeah, it's a dry run. We're trying to fix that.
Yeah.
We're trying to get froze out of the pool house.
What did you drop it down to? What, 66?
Well, that's what it was at originally, and then my wife turned it up a little bit because she was cold.
Good thing I run hot.
Mom was sitting over there a little cold. I did get permission from the boss to be doing this, so I did not ask permission to turn the heat up though.
So first thing, do not place upgrade from dwelling. Again, I'm looking at the comments from the viral video. We do have what we call the yard berm system, where if you have to place this on a grade, a hill, not a steep hill, but to a certain something that would make us more nervous than just sitting it there by itself. We have a system where we can kind of block it into place on 2 sides, so it sits like a diamond on the hill. Steve did have an experience where one rolled, and it hit a fence. They were still able to drain it, and everything was okay. But we want to avoid that if we can.
Yeah, we lucked out because if that was a situation where we were above the house or we were above the road, I mean, it could have been real bad. And it's important that you guys have that on there because it's a safety thing. It's like all that little fine print that you hear on the radio when they're talking really fast. But
I mean, again, we're holding 3,000, 3,500 gallons in one spot, possibly in multiple spots. That's a lot of responsibility.
It's crazy, Matt. It's crazy.
I've been in the 24-round pool that
Let's see how the pool is
split
doing.
open and drained in about 30 seconds.
70%.
70%
of the people say that I should jump in the pool.
Well, get the likes in, man. 500 likes and he's doing it.
500 likes, I would jump in the pool, but We got a long way to go to get to
Yeah.
500. Yeah,
They're gonna
we'd have to
keep
pull
you-
an we'd have to pull an all nighter till tomorrow morning.
Okay, I'll put work.
And then
in
when
the
and then
office
when he comes to work in the morning, he's gonna be like, "What are you
What are
doing in
doing
here?"
Yep. So we do have the means to keep the bladders from rolling if you don't have enough flat area to put them in. So Kaden Manufacturing, you can look us up online. KadenMFG.com is the website. You can get contact information there as far as a phone number or an email address. But questions that you have about the pool bladder that might come up after we're done doing this live feed, or if you want to jump on some.
It's too blurry.
Yeah, I figured that might be. The sale that we're running, the 15% off special that we do at the Atlantic City show, we run a special there at our booth every year. If you call us and say, hey, I was watching Steve got a pool, Jim was on there, he would get me the 15% off price before the show. I will do that. Call us and mention that, and I'll get you the show special pricing just for viewing this video. The way, when it comes to freight, when it comes to shipping, everything's got to be moved, and it costs money to do it. The freight per unit, I gave you the pricing already, which we can do again for those that are joining in later. $60 per unit. They're a little on the heavy side, but if you order 5 of them, which I know is a little financial commitment, but that's going to be about the number you're going to need to actually make them effectual. If you order 5 at once, I'll put them all in a pallet. We will ship them to you free of charge. We will flip the bill for that. Thank you for your business. All right. You can reach out to us with orders. You don't need to speak to me directly, but definitely drop my name. I'll make sure the office manager, Francine, and Clarissa, our customer service rep, know that that's what we're going to be doing for people to call in and mention this. But if you have tech questions, it doesn't end there. When you get some pool bladders and the first time you use them, you might be unsure about something or how to do this or that. You can call. I'll give you a number that you can text me at. So if it's an evening, if it's a weekend, here it is a Sunday, and I'm talking about pools instead of being at home with my family. Well, you're my pool family, my nuclear family. I got your back. I'll walk you through the first time that you do it. Once you work with them once, you'll be like, oh, okay, that was easy. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward.
Tom, that's a topic all on itself, kind of separate from what we're discussing. Saltwater pools of chlorine, why and why not?
Oh yeah, that's a video for a whole other
That's
time.
a video all on itself. Yeah.
But if you do have a customer with a salt chlorine generator, I don't like to call them saltwater pools, salt chlorine generated pool. That's a lot of money they've spent on salt. Water. So saving that water for them for any kind of renovation work, okay, you might land that job more so than your competition. Shouldn't tell me. I'm just looking for some questions that need to be answered.
Great response, Matt.
Look, okay, this is a very poignant comment. Looks like a giant whoopee cushion. Not gonna lie, it does, and that's pretty cool, actually. Never tried it though.
We actually made the mistake of filling one of those bladders upside down.
Oh man.
And it blew up just like it did at the shot when you guys blow it up all the way.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like as it was filling because the air had nowhere to go.
Okay. Yeah, when you lay these out, that cap in the center is only on the top side.
Yeah, the vent.
It's not on the other side.
The vent.
That's how we have to burp that air out. Because if we do get air trapped in there, now we can make it expand because the air will compress.
I was just rolling along. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Those guys were setting up the bladders. We just
Right.
started filling, and all of a sudden I was like, "Oh, guys, it's
no.
upside down." And they were like,
With like
"Ooh."
3,000 gallons in it already. You're not moving that. Okay. Wait until it's rain. Scheduled to hook up to your water coming down your downspout.
It's gonna take a few more likes to get me in the pool, though, folks. Appreciate all the votes on the poll. Appreciate everybody streaming in.
Okay, so here's a question.
Appreciate my boss
One of the
turning the
previous
heat down on us.
commenters. So the cap in the middle on the top side works like a burp valve. When you're filling it through the snorkel, with say like a gas pump, you just crack that open a little bit so the air escapes through the top as the water's coming in. Once water starts to trickle out the top, you know the bladder is full. All the air is gone. We're getting lights. Thank you. You tighten that cap down. You turn off the pump. You clamp the snorkel closed. Now you're temporarily holding water while you're doing whatever job that you're.
Guten Tag. Guten, is that how you say hello in
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag?
In German, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. My former brother-in-law is German. And of course, with the Misfits, we played Germany many times. Great shows over there.
We have a hello from Germany.
Hello from Germany. And then when they leave, you say tschüss. And then,
I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
you must be a Rammstein fan.
I am a Rammstein fan.
Who isn't? Come on. Where I live, you just pump it out. Yeah, you can do that. But there's more to this than just where the water's going. It's staging the water ahead of time. It's getting the jobs done quicker. Once a lot of my dealers.
Have you ever been to Germany, Jim?
I'm sorry.
Have you ever visited Germany?
Many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once for my sister's wedding because she did marry a German fellow, and many times on tour with the Misfits.
Ah, the Misfits. That's right.
We used to play in Berlin. We played, what was it, SO 31 or SO 120? It was a great venue there for punk shows and whatnot. Love Germany. We've been all
I've never been to Germany. I've never been to Europe. And my passport expired, so I don't see myself doing any international traveling anytime
you can always
soon.
renew it, you know. I used to travel.
I heard the renewing process is pretty complicated right now.
Right.
That's
now.
what I heard.
I haven't renewed in a long time. When I was touring, I actually had to have pages added to my passport because it filled up twice. I saved it because it's like a half-inch thick. My passport with the visas and things that we needed.
I have no issues with Germany. I have no issues with Germany.
Oh, why wouldn't I?
Raul needs an update as to what we're doing. We're talking pool bladders.
The Kaden pool bladder.
The Kaden pool bladder.
With a little TM next to the.
That's a good way to get your comment removed, I can tell you that.
Oh boy. Not cool. So yeah, the Kaden pool bladder. It's a nice blanket too.
Obviously, it comes natural with jokes. We understand that, folks.
That's the way Steve and I roll. Everything comes natural with jokes.
You know, but if you call the bladder the whoopee cushion, that's okay.
Yeah, that's funny. I've never thought of that, but that is so true.
Yeah, planetary jokes. Planetary jokes.
Let's just
Whose
see.
comment? I don't know. It's already been deleted, Raul. Not yours, though.
Okay, so these are all valid questions. My question is, if not already answered, does the cost of refilling the pool exceed the cost of one or multiple bladders? The bladders will cost more up front than a single refill on a pool. If a tanker's $350, $400, depending on how far that 6,000 gallon, 18-wheeler has to drive, filling the pool once is going to be cheaper than the investment in 3, 4, 5, 6 of these guys.
Yeah, $500 US, I'll do it.
Right. The idea is that as a pool professional, you're using these bladders time and time again, and they will pay for themselves down the road. And with small rental fees, you're going to speed that process up. You're landing more jobs. Your bottom line is growing because you're getting jobs that you might not have gotten because you didn't have that leg up. For a homeowner, they don't want to buy these. These are not for one-time use. If a company owns several of these and a homeowner is calling around, one of my from time to time we get homeowners that are interested in buying them or renting them. I'll find out where they live and I'll say, oh, I've got a dealer in your area that I know has purchased like 5 or 6 of these. Here's their information. Maybe they will consider renting them to you. Little iffy there because now you're handing these off to somebody who's not trained in how to use them. Maybe they're filling them with diesel fuel or something that really shouldn't be going in there.
Raul, we're talking pool bladders, Raul. We're talking pool bladders. We're talking response to comments in my most recent viral video. It's on, I think it was like had to save pool water for this pool repair. What was the name of the video?
I might be able to tell you.
And yes, this man is a salesman, and he's also
Had to save pool water to fix it. That's the name of the.
had to save pool
video.
water to fix it.
750,000 views.
Almost 750,000
A
views.
lot of comments.
So we're basically we're talking in response to that video. We're talking some of the comments that people were asking in that video, and yeah.
So here's a comment. I pay a single bill for water and sewer every year, like $65. With that in mind, how much would it typically cost to fill an average pool? I don't have a water meter, so I'm so lost in this department. I could leave my hose running for a month, and it won't make a difference to me. Yeah, this is true.
Well,
This
here
might
I
not
was
be-
thinking that we were friends over there with the Germans, and now the German doesn't want to be friends with us anymore.
Oh, that's sad. Well, just
Yeah, he says that you're doing too much talk without any action. Be efficient like a German. So is that the way they are over in Germany? They'll pretend to be your friend up front, and then they insult you?
I can't speak for the whole country. I don't know. I met some very, very.
Obviously, we can't compete with German engineering over here in the United States. We understand that.
Yes. Although Jeff Kaden's a pretty wise engineer.
Yeah, I put Johnny back as the moderator, or I think, but yeah.
But then now he can't comment.
No, my wife wants to be a moderator again, so.
There we go. So there are some municipalities that have public water that when you pay for the water coming in, you also pay for the water going out via your sewage bill. Whenever you're filling a pool in such a municipality, let your water company know that you're filling a pool and that they should not be paying the sewage for that. Is that cheaper than using these bladders? Yeah, it probably is. That's really not the point. The point is if they already have clean water with salt in it, with chlorine in it, which if you're pumping that out, where are you pumping all those chemicals to? I believe in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, this is going back a long time ago. I've been a pool guy a long time.
Well, when you're ready for me to remove you as the moderator, let me know.
Okay. That there was a fine levied against a company that pumped chlorinated water into a reserve or somewhere that they shouldn't have, and they didn't know they were. So these are things that we kind of need to be aware of as pool professionals. Again, the idea is not for one-time use. The idea is for use after use after use after use. You're getting the job done quicker. If you've got something like, hey, my daughter's 7-year-old birthday party is coming up. We're going to do a pool party. We got to get this liner in and the pool filled and ready before this date. We have a hard deadline. Can I get tankers in by then here at the end of May? Maybe not. They're probably backed up, maybe a couple weeks out. Well, I can save the water that's in the pool bladders. I can change out the liner. We can fill it back up same day, and we're going to hit your deadline. So there are specific instances where this will trump, for lack of a better term, will trump filling it with your garden hose. If, again, going back to plaster guys, you got to fill that pool as soon as that plaster's done. You got to make sure it cures evenly. You got to fill the pool all the way immediately. Can you get 3, 4, 5, 6 tankers to line up on the street outside the homeowner's house to fill that pool? Probably not. Or if you can, how long do you have to wait for that job to happen when you can schedule that? You can fill these bladders ahead of time with the garden hose, because that is a cheap way to do it, and have that water ready to go. You could fill them with tankers too. One tanker comes, fill a couple bladders. Another tanker comes a few hours later. Learned a lot. A nice video. Thanks for your help. Did not know about that. Keep up the good work. Way to go, Steve.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. So Steve knows a lot about these bladders. He can answer questions simply based on how often he uses them out in the field, for how many years he's.
I know they're built together with a sewing machine
Definitely sewn together.
from the 1920s.
Watertight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kaden's been doing it like that since the 1920s. But either he or I, you can reach out to me at Kaden Manufacturing. I'm Jim Dorsey. I'm the marketing director as well as the technical specialist. So I handle all your questions out in the field, whether it's measuring, whether it's using bladders, whether it's installing a cable line or a safety cover. You would need like 20 of those for anything bigger than a hot tub. Actually, no. Well, maybe the one I'm showing here, the silly demo one that's like a 5x5, not even. For a 1632, if you're doing a liner job, you could get away with, I think, 2 of them, because that gives you 6,000 gallons, which is enough to fill the hopper, get 6 inches into the shallow end. If you're doing an 1836, I would say you would need 4. If you're doing a 20 by 40, I would say you would need 6. Again, filling the hopper and then getting 6 inches of water into the shallow end. We're not talking about filling all the way. If you're talking filling all the way, hook up the plumbing and be done. not so much for the liner guys that just need to set the liner, pull the vacuums, and do the cutouts and go. A lot of people are commenting on the whoopee cushion, which is love it. Yes, according to the label, the tail is supposed to be in the middle. It says the water come out full. In a perfect world, yep, we will use the snorkel, as we call it. A lot of people calling it the tail, to fill the pool quickly. What is that thing? What in the hell is that for? Steve got it. 3,500 views. Boy, that was a while ago. That was 2 weeks ago. 3,500.
That was
Today.
that was Gino Hoffman.
Yeah, Gino Hoffman, 1982.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I think I know who Gino Hoffman is.
Yeah, that's Gino Hoffman actually. What the heck, dude? What is this, bro? Get to work. Thanks, James. It's hilarious when randos come in and break your you-know-whats over silly stuff. So that I mean, there's a lot of replies to comments and things, but for the most part, that is what this is what the Kaden pool bladder is. This is how we do it. This is why we do it. This is how it's made. Again, for those who have come in a little bit later than when we started, I'll go over the sizes and the pricing real quick. There are 4 sizes in all. The smaller 2 are more for hot tub guys, so we got you covered there. There's one that holds 700 gallons, one holds 1,500 gallons. The bigger 2 are for the pool guys. The 15 square pounds empty, $5. The 15% off price at the AC show, or if you call and mention Steve got it pools and Jim talking about this on the video, that would be $710.
You heard it right there, folks. Call Kaden Manufacturing now. Tell them you want a pool bladder and let them know that you heard it from Steve Got It Pool.
Well, right now, because it's Sunday in the office.
Yeah, right now.
Jeff Kaden, you see that I'm working on a Sunday. Thank you.
Sorry, the service keeps cutting in and out, folks.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Yeah, it's good. It keeps bouncing back around.
Yeah. Well, the office at Kaden is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Well, we already got someone turning the heat down on us because they, you know what I mean? So that someone clearly keeps popping the. Yeah.
Can you see my breath yet?
Yeah.
We're getting there.
That's all right. I know who's doing that. That's the funny thing.
Yes, okay. Do we know where he lives? Do we egg his house or something?
Believe it or not, I do know where he lives.
Oh boy, get the toilet paper. All right. So that's the 15 square. That's the biggest one that we make, 3,500 gallons. But it's not the most popular one that we make because a 15-foot square has a unique footprint that is hard to get to fit around a pool on the pool deck. The 20 long or the 10-foot wide by 20-foot long rectangular shaped bladder holds 3,000 gallons and is 70 pounds. That's our most popular one for the simple fact that it's easier to place rectangles around a pool when you're looking to do the snorkel fill than it is the square. So the 20 long is normally $800. The 15% off special at the AC show coming up the end of January. And if you call in and mention that you saw this on Steve Got It Pools, $680. Okay, $710 for the big one, $680 for the smaller one on sale. After the AC show, the sale is off. If you call in and mention that you watched Steve Got It and you saw Jim talking about it, we'll talk. But I'd rather we get this done before the AC show because I'm going to be too busy after the AC show to do anything but wrap up the AC show. We got a huge content coming up. That's going to be a few weeks of my time to navigate. And for those who don't know about that, the AC Pool and Spa Show, if you are attending, stop by booth 2246. That's the Kaden Manufacturing booth, 2246. Come and take a picture with the Kadenator. Put that picture up on social media, Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, whatever, all the Instagram, all that stuff, wherever all the kids are. Tag Kaden Manufacturing, put hashtag Kadenator. You've now just entered to win one of 5 MetaQuest 3 VR headsets that we are giving away. And every company that enters will get a $50 credit on their Kaden account. No strings attached. Order up some CMP colored faceplates, the Kaden Deco trim, to use up that $50. Or become a Kaden dealer and get $50 off your first liner, first safety cover, first pool bladder. That's a thought. So that's those are the stats on the bladders. People often ask, like, how do you transport them? How do you store them?
I think you said it was 800.
I said it was 800 normally for the 20 long. It is 680 with the 15% off special we're running in AC or for the Steve Goddard Pools crowd. The bladders will show up in your typical, corrugated cardboard heavy duty liner box, but it's cardboard, it gets wet, it's no longer good. So that's not going to be your long-term storage. A lot of guys will use like a heavy duty plastic, the Tupperware, whatever, just to name a brand. Some type of heavy duty tub with a lid on it, and I specify a lid on it because when you store these over the winter, watch out for mice coming to chew on these guys. Okay, make sure they're sealed. A great idea that was given to me from one of my dealers was that to get a large heavy duty trash can with like the flip up lid, but it has wheels. Now you could potentially stack 2 of these units vertically inside the trash can. So not only do you have storage and a hand truck essentially in one unit to where one guy's just wheeling 2 of these to the job site, but you're also taking up less space in your van, in your trailer, in your shop, because there's 2 of them are stored vertically instead of 2 side by side. So for those who are limited in space, especially in vans, that's not a bad idea. Wheeling that, 150-pound trash can over rough terrain and through mud and stuff. Okay, I really can't help you there, but in a perfect world, just going up the driveway and across the deck and into the backyard, okay, that works out pretty well. Obviously, you'd let me know if any more questions are coming in. But I know I'm rather
Well,
information.
we're getting questions about pools, like how much is a pool? Like we're getting off the topic of bladders, so I didn't.
Yeah, again, guys, if a homeowner needs these, I would not recommend buying them. I would recommend maybe reaching out to Kaden Manufacturing and saying, hey, it's what, 62?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They lowered they're lowering our temperature.
I want you guys to know what we're dealing with here to bring you this information today. It's literally 62, but hey, it's like 32 outside, so that's not bad, comparatively speaking. But if you're a homeowner and looking to change the lining yourself, or for whatever reason,
Matt,
you temporarily store.
Matt with a $10 super chat.
Dang, man.
You got
Nice.
Matt just gave us $10.
Wow.
Canadian money. He says,
Okay.
get a coffee.
Yeah.
Keep at it, Steve.
Yeah, I could definitely use a coffee right now. It might warm me up a little bit.
I know. Someone keeps turning the heat down us on here from their home.
Wow. If a homeowner calls us, a pool owner.
I haven't had a super chat, and I can't even tell you how long. Super chat is a donation.
That's great.
So Matt from Canada, Ontario, Canada. He works for Bolt Pools up in Ontario, I believe.
Okay.
And that's BOLDT, Bolt
okay.
Pools.
Okay.
And he just made my chat all colorful, so I appreciate that, Matt.
Nice.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, buddy.
Yep. Now, whereabouts in Canada again? Ontario.
Ontario.
Ontario's a big area. We don't know what part.
I think he says Welland.
Welland. Okay, I'm trying to think of the Misfits ever. I mean, we played all over Canada, southern part at least. Although we did get up to White Horse, Yukon for New Year's Eve.
So after YouTube takes their money, we're left with $7.83. So thank you, Matt.
That's actually a lot. Jeez. Yeah.
He's 10 minutes from Niagara Falls, he said.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we've been in that area many times for both work and for fun. But yeah, so you think it's cold now? White Horse, Yukon, when the Misfits played there, forgot what year that was, December 31st, -30. -30. And the airline lost my luggage, so all I had was a pair of sweatpants and a hoodie. Thank God it wasn't windy or I probably would have died. It was pretty rough. But that's the kind of cold you step outside and as soon as you breathe in, like your nose cracks, your lungs burn, like, what am I doing here? And then we went to Hawaii after that, like, wow, we should have split that up somehow.
See the guy's sitting. He see. So we got this camera, but we got that camera up there. So he can watch us right now.
Looking at the thermostat.
Looking at the thermostat.
Every time we look at it, he probably drops it a degree.
And it's funny too because I know this guy and I know who's doing that and it's unfortunate, but I'm gonna remember that.
Oh, hey, what goes around comes around, man. Karma is a what? Wow.
Yeah. Well, we're in his space right now. This is.
But it's a Sunday. He's not using his space.
Yeah. It's not his though. It's the owner's.
Oh, see, there you go. All right. So where do we leave off?
But unfortunately, he's able to control the thermostat from his phone where he's sitting right now. Yes.
That's his desk over there.
Ding, ding, ding.
Maybe we'll leave him a whoopee cushion, a pool bladder whoopee cushion. So that's the basic rundown, guys. Steve's video went incredibly viral, so there was a lot of questions, a lot.
And I don't have too many videos that go viral like that. I was very pleased when I saw that, you know. And if you see in the video, I said, oh, I wish they had a bigger label, because I wasn't sure that everybody could see the Kaden in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you never know. You never know what videos are gonna go viral. What video? You know, you never know what live streams are gonna go viral.
And this is for those watching, for those who are pool professionals or any kind of professional that does any kind of marketing at all. This social media marketing game that we play, so to speak, with YouTube videos and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, you never know which one is going to catch fire.
Oh,
so the
never.
idea is to just keep going.
That's it.
Keep going. Keep going. Steve got it when it comes to staying on top of the marketing. I'm in charge of marketing at Kaden Manufacturing, but I'm also the tech support guy. I'm also this guy and the other guy. So I wear multiple hats. So I can't put out funny videos like that. That's kind of our brand as much as I'd like to. Hopefully in 2025 I can hand the tech support hat off to somebody whom I trust to fill that position and take care of it the way I would have. And then I can do that, but that is definitely the key. I teach classes on sales and marketing, and that's one of the things that I put. It could be 15 seconds of the most stupid, mundane thing you're doing at a job site. Who cares? Film it. Put it out there. Every day, put another one out there. It costs you nothing to do it. And one of them will catch fire, and your name will start to spread, and the algorithm will show you some love and get your videos up there more and more.
Yeah,
and my number one
It's
dealer,
a rotating wheel.
my number one dealer in the entire country, happens to be 9 minutes from our facility. He does the same thing. Like every day, he's dropping another video on Instagram. And then he goes to other social media platforms, but Instagram's where I see them. And there was one he did, got like 14,000 views and upped his subscribership by like 2,000 people. I don't know about you, but if I was and all of a sudden 2,000 more people were watching me and listening to what I had to say, hallelujah, brother. I'm all right. So that's a little side tirade that we're going off on here. But that's what brings us here today, is a video going viral.
A video going viral.
Yep. We're talking about viruses. Thank God it's not Corona this time. It's Steve got it.
Well, I'm glad we got to get together before Atlantic City, though.
True.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about getting together in Atlantic City, which my wife has been with me when I would go to the Atlantic City show as an attendee, and she knew it was all like parties and dinners and a good time was had by all and that sort of stuff. So then when I jumped the fence to the manufacturing side, now I'm an exhibitor, and I was coming home and telling her how exhausted I was, and she's like, "What, are you kidding? I know you were out partying for 4 days." I'm like, No, it's different now. She will now be there this time. She'll be the one taking the picture. You come to the Kaden booth, 2246, get your picture taken with the Kadenator. My wife, Faye, the professional photographer, will be the one taking the picture on your phone and making it look really good. And then you can take it from there as far as tagging and sharing it on social media is concerned. But she'll finally get to see how much work it is as an exhibitor to work the show. So when we're talking,
how long do you stay there? Like,
my wife and I will get there on Sunday.
No. Like the show, like it starts at what, 8 a.m., 9 a.m.
10 to 10.
And then 10 to what?
10 to 5.
10
Tuesday
to 5.
And Wednesday.
Are people really there that late?
It starts to trickle out. 10 to 5 Tuesday and Wednesday. 10 to 2, I think, on Thursday. A lot of people are gone by Thursday, but as far as an exhibitor goes, I'm there Sunday loading and starting to set up. I come back Monday to finish setup to make sure all the I's are out, the T's are crossed. Monday night we got the welcome party. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday we got the show. Wednesday and Thursday morning I'm teaching classes, so I got to be up even earlier to do that and save my voice and figure out how to not lose it as I'm talking 4 days in a row.
Athena says, didn't realize pools have bladders. LOL.
LOL. Athena, well played. Yeah, I think everything kind of has a bladder if you think about it.
Yeah.
Kaden pool bladder specifically. And how many? Do you have a feel for how many bladders Giuliano's has at the ready, like in stock?
Maybe 10.
10. Okay, so you do have so you could fill like a 20 by 40 if you.
Oh yeah. We've drained big giant L pools.
Mm-hmm.
you know, but there's always a little bit of water loss that you get, you know,
There
through
is.
the whole
Yep.
transferring of the process.
Yep.
But usually we can drain a pool, fill it back up, and on average lose no more than say 3 to 6 inches of water.
Sure. Yeah,
Which is pretty
it's not
good.
a watertight process. It was never intended to be. It's more about the bulk than the.
You're having a request to explain the pool bladder one more time.
Explain it one more time. This is what I do professionally. This is what I do for a living. I explain pool bladders. So, the Kaden pool bladder is a temporary water storage solution, mostly intended for pool professionals, but we've seen them used for other applications. Anytime you need to store water somewhere temporarily, here's your solution. The way it works is if you are building a pool or renovating a pool to where you need water ahead of time with the garden hose and just have the water at the ready for when you have a fiberglass shell that you want to set so that you can hook up your plumbing faster. If it's a plaster job where you need to fill the pool quickly so the plaster cures evenly. If it's that we can stage the water ahead of time, or if you're doing a renovation job, you're doing a replaster, repaint, liner job, and the water in the pool is nice and crystal clear. It's got salt in it. It's got chlorine in it. It's got chemicals in it. You can save all of it if you have 10 pool bladders like Giuliano's does, and some other companies that I work with do. Or you can save just enough if you're doing a liner job to set the liner to where you fill the hopper, get 6 inches of water in the shallow end. At that point, you're pulling your vacuums, you're doing your cutouts, you're getting paid same day, and now you're going to potentially another liner job or other work to do. So there's an efficiency to it. Those are some of the perks on the physical side, the labor side, but the fact that you can now save the water for the homeowner to make but you've also got the ecology-minded folks that don't want to pump chemically treated water out into the wild somewhere. These give you a leg up when you're selling the renovation job. That the fact that you can save their water, save them time, save them the hassle of having to balance fresh water again. If they've got a birthday party coming up, a big event with the pool, they've got a hard deadline. These are ways that you can ensure that you meet those deadlines. And if the competition can't offer that, you've now got a big foot in the door. And the fact that you can do something that the competition can't, you're now not looking at the price so much as what you can do for me. Okay? Now you're not selling on price, you're selling on the product, the service. And this is where you want to be selling from all day, every day. So there's a chance for you to land more jobs being able to save the water like this. There's a chance that you can recoup the money faster than just doing more jobs by charging a small rental fee. If the homeowner's like, well, I'll just buy the bladders myself. Okay, Mr. Homeowner, it's $800 per bladder. Oh, how much was your rental fee again? Oh, just a fraction of that? Okay, we'll just rent them from you. And they're not even touching it. You're just offering the service of the bladders. So that's, in a nutshell, what the pool bladders are designed to do, where it's multifaceted, landing you more jobs, saving the homeowner money, saving you time. Again, being ecologically minded, not pumping chlorinated water out into the wild with big trucks driving by.
Yo, I am seriously disappointed. I am seriously disappointed in that message right there. You know, seriously disappointed.
Oh man, that's sad.
No, it's our friend over there in Germany.
How's he doing these days?
I think he's trying to take his anger out on the internet.
No, that's sad. They make punching bags for that, you know.
Yeah.
Nice little speed bag action. That usually does it for me.
Yeah, Shorty, you can block him if you want. It doesn't bother me.
Must be getting dark.
4 o'clock. The timer's everything's set to turn on at 4.
Fair enough.
That's been a funny little thing.
Yeah.
Well, you can see this. Oh, he got timed out for 1.8 thousand seconds. Is that what that means? 1.8
Our
thousand.
German friend?
Yeah, a German friend got timed out by my wife.
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played. People think they're funny. I don't know.
So Matt said that was a great point about how you can do something other companies can't.
Correct. And this is, it was said once that whatever it is you do, Learn everything there is about that so that you become indispensable. You can now offer knowledge or a service that others can't. And you're no longer selling on the price of your product. You're selling on your experience, your expertise, your abilities. I recently, I think last month, did an interview online, like a Zoom meeting with a vocal instructor. If you haven't noticed, my voice is relatively deep. And there are techniques to make the voice even deeper and all that kind of stuff with vocal instruction. But what I'm looking to do is a warm-up technique to where when I'm teaching a class for 90 minutes in Atlantic City, that I'm on the floor for 8 hours talking to people, I don't want to lose my voice. Doing that 3 days in a row is brutal on your vocal cords. There are techniques to warm, just like with exercising. You stretch, you warm up before you hit the weights or whatever to keep you from hurting yourself. Your vocal cords work the same way. The vocal instructor that I was talking to specializes in deep bass voices, some sub bass harmonics, things of that nature. Her husband, who's a professional opera singer, has one of the deepest voices known, Danny Breivik. So she was nervous, knowing that I'm a salesperson. She was nervous about telling me what the price was for their annual, membership service, whatever you would call it. And I told her, I said, listen, I already know that you are the best in the business at what I need specifically, so that gives you a leg up to where I'm not concerned about what your price is. I am concerned about how I will pay for it once you tell me what the price is.
I can do
That's
that
where
too,
I'm
Matt.
coming from.
I think we'll have him re-explain everything. The prices.
That goes with the territory.
They want to hear the prices
They
again.
want to hear the prices. So guys, be the expert. Offer something your competition can't or won't or doesn't even know about, and now you're not selling about your price. You now have a homeowner who says, I want to work with you, and whatever your price is, I will figure out how to make that work for me because I want you doing this job. That's where you should be coming from with whatever it is that you do and whatever it is that you sell. Going back to the pricing specific to the Kaden pool bladder, again, our most popular model is the 20 long. It's 10 feet wide by 20 feet long, holds 3,000 gallons. We have a special 15% off coming up at the Atlantic City Pool and Spa Show for $680 is what that makes that price. 15 square is our biggest model, 15 feet by 15 feet, holds 3,500 gallons, weighs 78 pounds dry. Normally that's $835. The 15% off special at the show is $710. If you call us next week or sometime between now and the end of January when we're in Atlantic City at the big show, if you call up and say you speak with Francine or you speak with Clarissa, or if you even get me on the phone, you say, hey, I was watching Steve Goddard Pools. Jim was talking about the pool bladders. I'm interested. He said if I mention that he'd get me the 15% off price ahead of time. God's honest truth. Call us and mention that, and I'll get you the special pricing on that.
I'll see if he can leave me a copy of this behind too, so I can send that off to you.
I can send you a PDF of that or whatever you need for digital.
Have a good night, Athena.
Digital dissemination.
Thanks for joining in. Thanks for the lights.
Athena.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Thanks for everybody that chimed in on the vote to get me in the pool.
It's only getting colder out there.
It looks like we're running a little short on the amount of likes it's going to take to get me in there, but I do appreciate everybody hitting the like button on this live stream.
I do see a Hayward heater out there.
There's a good. The pool might be warm. I can't say if it is or isn't, but
the pool might be warmer. The water might be warmer than it is in here, actually, thanks to your guy.
Well, you see how the temperature's slowly creeping back up to 65 there?
Maybe he's watching the stream.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
want to get called out.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie. I could sugarcoat everything, but basically this person that works in here used to work with me as my helper, and that left a bad taste in their mouth all these years. So I'm not gonna say that I'm the most pleasurable person to work with, but there's a lot on my shoulders to produce at a high level.
Yes.
And I don't accept failure or wimpy people on
You're
my
only
crews.
good as people working under you.
Yep.
Yep. Now, so you're not in sales, are you? You don't do.
I have gone on a couple sales calls.
I was gonna say because you don't sugarcoat stuff, so you probably wouldn't make a good salesman.
I don't think I would make. I mean, I've been able to close deals. I have. I'm just I haven't been given the opportunity
Right.
to you know, because I earn this company money with my
Experience and your knowledge is a huge. If I in windows for our house, and I could tell when like a sales rep was coming to my house to sell me this and sell me that, and he was just there for the commission. He knew nothing about the job.
Yeah.
And I wasn't down for that. I wanted to talk to the guy who was going to be there doing the job, and that's the guy who ended up getting the job. That's how I always sold. I sold. I'd take, not only am I the guy selling you this job, but I'm going to be the guy coming back to do the actual work. So when I request that you order the premium Kaden liner over the Brand X, standard liner, you're kind of doing me a favor because I know it's going to fit better than the Brand X standard liner. It costs a little bit more money. You'll be happier. I'll be happier. And they're like, okay, great, no problem. I'll order that then. So having that expertise is again.
Tell him what?
No.
Tell him what?
Tell him what?
Tell him what? That UConn's the best team in the country? Mr. Beard. Yeah. He's just serious one. I like to make a little few jokes every now and then.
I'm so serious,
Yeah.
Have you seen my YouTube Kaden manufacturing marketing videos?
I have.
Oh.
It's funny too because like when I go on there, the one that keeps popping up is the one where you got Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker there.
That's because you are a pool professional that's targeted to pool professionals to get them to come on board as a Kaden dealer. But it's a Spaceballs ripoff. It's a bit of fun.
Yeah,
and that video got us a lot of new dealers this year.
That's good.
A whole lot of new dealers.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, they get that we're down to earth.
Yeah.
Not stuffed shirt corporate.
Yeah.
I don't have a board to answer to with my our
Remember when we were talking about Hayward earlier?
Yeah.
At least nobody really heard that.
Not that we were trash talking anybody, but we were speaking honestly, and nobody heard it except like a handful. Of people.
Yeah, a handful of people,
Yeah.
because YouTube unlisted my live stream without me realizing it.
Hey, at least it gave us a 2-hour head start, a little dry run.
Yeah.
So,
We're about an hour and a half into this one.
oh boy. Hopefully we're getting some good views. I'm
We're-
hoping for more questions.
We are getting good views. We're I wouldn't say that we've had any questions other than the last question was to re-explain the prices again. Yeah.
Which I'm all for. If you're coming in halfway into this video and you're not sure what we're talking about or you missed something, ask. That's why I'm here. I drove 3 hours on a Sunday to come here, be with you guys because of that video with the pool bladder, the Kaden pool bladder that went so viral. Clearly, there's a lot of interest as well as a lot of questions.
Yeah. A lot of questions, a lot of interest, and I think there always will be. There always will be.
I have witnessed for lack of a better term, the interest in the pool bladder grow over my last 6 years at Kaden, looking at the sales. And it's starting to, just like the video, it's starting to catch on where people are seeing more and more the potential. Therefore, the orders are coming in. We've had distributors ask us about ordering them. We have a program for distributors where they wouldn't buy them at this price, but they need to buy a certain number in order for it to be a viable transaction. So you never know. You might see these available at your local distributor at some time in the future. But for now, you can always buy dealer direct from Kaden Manufacturing. Whether it's a pool bladder, whether it's a liner, whether it's a safety cover, whether it's a faceplate or a gasket, you can buy directly from us.
I remember when I was there. I remember us talking about those faceplates, but they're not compatible to the Hayward fixture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they are.
That's the most common fixture out there. That would be the one to make.
The one with the notches on the
It's
faceplate.
the notch. Yeah, it's the 1411.
And
Sorry, 1408. The 1411 is the old one.
What does one of those faceplates cost compared to what Hayward's selling them at?
I'm sure that's pretty much
Just
the same.
dollars.
Yeah, just a couple bucks. I don't know off the top of my head, but yeah, they're by no means expensive. It's the same thing. It's just a different.
I just think it's ridiculous that Hayward is making so much money off of those garbage faceplates like that.
We are going to circle back on the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally I might do that, but
Okay.
hey, there goes a Giuliano's.
Giuliano's dump
There
truck.
goes a Giuliano's triaxle.
And they're out working today?
I don't know. Jim, there's so many people that work here. I don't know what everybody does on a daily.
Wow, yeah.
I know that the heat's been turned up to 68.
Thank you. What are you?
Somebody said something.
Yeah,
Somebody was messing with us, and somebody called that person and said, "Why are you messing with
Why
them?"
are you torturing these guys? It was probably said that we know Steve is going to get 500 likes on this video. We know he's going to jump in a pool. He's going to need a warm place to come back to, so he doesn't get hypothermia. So I think that's what's happening here.
Yeah, no, it's just funny that that person would do that. But I could be just imagining things, but I do know that is controlled by somebody from the computer. You know what I mean? So
the app on their phone.
we've literally watched that thing go down to 64 degrees.
Yeah. Where is it now?
When we came in, it was set at 66.
Okay.
And my wife came in. I think she turned it up to 69 when she got here because that's her favorite number.
Yeah.
And then it started getting real chilly. We started talking about it, and it started going down a degree every 5 minutes. And
Go figure.
someone just popped it back up to 68 for us.
Thank you, someone.
Yeah.
So, all right, what are the comments, questions we got coming in here?
Nothing.
I guess we're watching football.
A couple people are watching, but there's
We're getting close to 5 o'clock. I can't remember the schedule.
Well, you're gonna be driving home in the dark,
Okay.
but you're gonna beat rush hour on Sunday at least.
Right, exactly. Well, we still got stuff to film after this, so we're gonna have some fun after the live feed.
Well,
So,
I don't know that I'll be able to get any of the footage edited tonight, but
well, no. Although if we don't have somebody to hold, where'd everybody else go?
they left.
Oh man.
My mom did say, she left a couple messages that you were talking. She said, "I'm heading home. It was great to see you, Jim. Safe travels." And then she said, "Are you going to jump in the pool? I may turn around."
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because some of the Caden stuff we wanted to film. Well, we can probably still do it with that. Yeah, that's our cameraman right there. The tripod holding your phone.
Why is that Giuliano's truck full of Hayward faceplates? See, Matt knows.
Yeah.
See, Matt wasn't here for that conversation. Matt, we went live for like 2 hours, Matt, and YouTube busted me and put the live stream as unlisted, so only subscribers that got the notifications were able to see that live stream. I don't know why they mess with you. People just get a fix out of messing with people sometimes, and now we're jumping up another degree to 69, where my wife had set it.
Okay, we're back to where we started.
We're back to where we
We've
started.
come full circle. Not bad.
So, should be everyone's favorite number, Matt.
Clearly, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's up to you. We can shut things down and.
Well, if we have viewership,
Well, there's people watching. Does anybody have a question for Jim? Does anybody
Doesn't
have
have to just be about pool bladders.
doesn't any questions? Does anybody have a question? That's I don't know who you're talking to there, but I do want to say thank you to everybody that hit that like button and tried to get us to 500 likes. We did get 117 votes on the should we jump in the pool poll.
Okay. And are they all positive?
75% of the people said we should jump in the pool.
Okay.
But that's just so that was cool that 117 people voted on that. 26 people hit the like button.
Okay.
We got a super chat $10 donation from Matt from Canada.
Wow.
Tony voted yes, so get in the pool. Tony
Get in that
says.
pool.
Matt in Canada, Hayward has them on the books. Matt, YouTube is in their pockets. Matt, so great to hear you. And we just get bored of each other, right, buddy? So everything in moderation. That's my. That's what I say.
I say too much is never enough.
Too much is never enough.
That's what I say.
Well, if I see that thing jump up to 70 degrees, I'm gonna wonder if maybe it's a malfunction. But
Ooh, wouldn't that be nice? So yeah, I'll leave this copy with you.
Yeah,
I don't know
let
how
me
quick
zoom
it
in on
comes
that.
in.
Here,
and
Matt.
I can also send you the PDF. So this is the pricing for what we'll be doing in the Atlantic City show. And like I said, if you call Kaden to place an order between now and the AC show end of January, mention Steve Gotta Pools. You saw Jim talking about this on the show. I'll get you the special pricing. Don't worry. Booth 2246 is where we're going to be this year. If you're coming to the AC show, not only does it behoove you to come check out the pool bladder, talk with me about it a little bit more if you got more questions, but enter to win our big contest. Come and take a picture with the Kadenator. My wife will take it for you on your phone. Share that picture on social media, Facebook, Instagram, here, there, the other place. Tag Kaden Manufacturing. Add the hashtag Kadenator. We've got the QR codes that you can scan to make this. You will now enter each time you share it. When you share it on Facebook, you've entered once. When you share it on Instagram, you entered a second time. When you share it, I don't even know all the platforms. Every time you share it, it's an entry to win one of 5 MetaQuest 3 VR headsets from Kaden Manufacturing. All right. Each company that enters gets a $50 credit on their Kaden account just for entering. There's no drawing for that. You just automatically get it. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for entering. The week of February 10th to the 14th,
Sweet.
I will do a live.
I'll ask him that question in a second.
I'll do a live drawing 3 p.m. every afternoon to see who wins each of the 5 VR, the MetaQuest 3 headsets. Only 1 headset per company. So if you have multiple people from your company enter, 1 person wins that VR headset. I'm sorry, but the other employees from that company are now out of the drawing because it's 1 per company.
Matt
Just
wants
to
to
get into the
know.
fine print.
Matt wants to know when you got in the industry and have you ever done pool work at all?
Oh, that's a great question. Like, who is this? This salesman talking to me. I got into the pool industry 2006. I started working I was still working for the Misfits at the time as their tour manager. I just wanted to make some extra money in between because I got a wife and kids and a house and stuff. But very quickly, I saw the earnings potential for renovation work, openings, closings, service, you name it. And I saw that I could do a job where I stayed home. I didn't leave for 2 months at a time on tour, leaving my family kind of in a lurch without me. So 2007, I officially started my pool service company, All American Pool Service. The company is still around, but I sold out to my partner 6.5 years ago and came on board, kind of jumped the ship, jumped to the manufacturing side at Kaden Manufacturing, now as their director of sales and their technical specialist. So yes, I spent a good 10, 11, maybe 12 years in the field, doing pretty much everything that wasn't new in-ground installs. We did install some above grounds and demolition. We kind of did like everything in between. So yeah, been there, done that, dove into some pretty nasty pools, as we talked about on that video that we just did that didn't actually go live. But yeah, been around the block a few times.
That was such a disappointment.
We had some great stories.
I knew something was wrong too.
With that many viewers, something.
It's like, what do you mean only 5 people are watching? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, as the technical specialist for Kaden Manufacturing, it's hard to be the tech support if you haven't actually been out in the field, in the trenches, doing the stuff that you're talking about. It's hard to teach classes on how to sell products when you haven't been out in the field selling. A lot of what I talk about comes from the actual experiences that I've earned, so to speak.
And it's true. I've seen pictures of his work truck. Hey, I sold $250,000 hot tub 2 days ago. I had to run the store for a week and I got a huge sale, but I'm a field guy for sure. So that's Matt. Trying. It sounds like Matt tried the sales out.
Yeah.
Ran the store for a week. Got a huge sale, but yeah.
Nice.
No, I mean, I'll tell you though, Matt, that's, when you accept that role, that's where you're going to be stuck. You're going to be, I don't know. I think I've had the opportunity to kind of manage things and run things. And, I don't think that I'll ever be anything but, a man with his hands out in the field. And the only, I don't know if that makes any sense to what I'm saying. Maybe you can kind of.
Well, to each their own. If you excel at working with your hands, then do with what works for you. I never.
That's the second. That's the second Vast. What does it say? Vast QJ2. I'm sorry to interrupt you,
Okay.
but that's the second time I've ever had anybody ask that question,
Mhm.
and I always wondered it because my it says Steve got it pool,
Mhm.
but when you look at it all together in one word,
Mhm.
you know, it reads something else.
Uh-huh.
So somebody was commenting on that.
Okay.
What's a tip pool?
um, I can say this about doing service. It keeps you, maybe not so much young, but it certainly keeps you in decent shape as far as sweating your butt off, spring and summer, being physically active. Because all through my 40s, I was in pretty good shape being a pool guy. Now that I'm in my 50s with a desk job, I'm in a shape. I mean, round is kind of a shape. So it's definitely different. I feel like I'm where I should be as far as I'm at a point where I've amassed the knowledge and I've taken the training and the certifications and the classes and I've spoken to dealers all over the country who on a daily basis who they've encountered this issue or that issue, this other issue, and I've kind of massed it all together and now I sit at the desk and go, okay, here's some for you, and here's some for you, and there's some for you over there, and I'm kind of like redistributing it as I guess that's what education is. So to speak. Here I am sitting with a guy who has much more experience in the field with the pool bladder than I'm the guy that sells the pool bladder. But when it comes to like real life applications, I'm going to defer to Steve because he's got more knowledge about it than I do. You always endeavor to be with the smartest person in the room. And in that regard, I'm going to hang out with Steve because he's going to fill me in on some things that I don't know. So that's where I'm at. And if that works for you, do that. If you're the guy in the field and that works for you, do that. All right.
Dr. Dean, the Atlantic City Pool Show. Yes,
Yep.
we're gonna
Big show.
That's coming up.
Yep. On Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. or 8:30, I forget. I think 8:30. I will be teaching a class entitled "So You Just Started the Pool Service. Now what?" If you are, even if you're an experienced pool guy, you work for somebody else for many years and you're just starting out on your own now, there's a lot of things you might know as far as being a pool guy is concerned, but there's a lot of things that you might not know about running a pool business. I know a lot of this because I found out the hard way, starting my own pool business. I know a lot of this from taking classes, from talking with other pool service company owners. I'm on the board of education for the Metro chapter for the Northeast Pond Pool Association. We talk about things of this nature. So if you are just starting up a pool business, either you're about to or you just did, this is a 90-minute crash course on all the things that you kind of need to be aware of. It's not going to go down each rabbit hole and answer all the questions for you, but it's going to be your tour guide, your map, as far as what you need to do to make sure your company starts out strong. Whether it's insurance and lawyers and all the things that you might not realize from having been just a pool guy to now being a pool service owner. That's Wednesday morning. Thursday morning, I'm running Vinylology 101. I do that every year for NESPA, the AC show. That I think is 8 o'clock Thursday morning. That is if you sell vinyl liners, if you install vinyl liners, if you measure for vinyl liners, this is a good course for you because it's looking at it from both sides of the fence with Steve's finger up.
Let me tell you something. You would think that, right? The PNW lens, been in the pool business, some of the it's a myth. It does not exist.
I'm sure where we were going there.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. All I know is one of the perks I have is
All right, Matt, take it easy, buddy.
Thanks, Matt.
Enjoy your dinner with your daughter.
Heck yeah. One of the perks I enjoy in the business is getting to do these videos with Steve and then going out for margaritas with his mom afterwards. Good perk. Really good perk. So if you're at the Atlantic City show and if either of those classes might be something that would help
And I'm
you.
assuming you're talking about Lacey.
No, I wasn't. Oh, you're not talking about me.
No, Matt's daughter, Lacey.
That's
He has 2 daughters, but
okay. So I wonder how many people on this feed are coming to the AC show.
on this particular feed, I wouldn't expect too many.
Right, this is pretty nationwide, worldwide, whatever, wide.
When we had Gabriel chiming in, Gabriel was on earlier. He's from Rhode Island.
Yeah.
He may be, but I mean, I would anticipate maybe one or two people.
It's such a big show. It amazes me, like where people come in from for this thing.
Rose is locked in.
Hmm.
Yeah, David. Jim is locked in.
Hyper focused.
Well, we got the cool thing is the background's starting to turn into a little sunset action.
Nice.
The pool light turned on.
Yep. Okay.
So it's definitely a nice little backdrop for sure.
Right on.
But you know, and
Is it
staying right at 68. So thank you whoever was doing that.
Okay. 69 is just outside of hypothermia. So
Yeah. Bullfrog Spa? I've never heard of Bullfrog Spa.
I'm not a spa.
What is it?
It's a brand.
Oh.
As far as I know, like I said, that's outside my.
What, they
wheelhouse.
like sell pools, or is it like a Saratoga?
I think it's like hot tubs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bullfrog hot tubs.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Like you said, outside of my wheelhouse, but it rings a bell.
Yeah.
I was always a pool guy. I maybe closed a hot tub once. That's all I know about hot tubs. That and you said the temp for 104.
Matt's the hot tub closing professional up there.
Matt, you could probably use a small pool bladder or two to close
Hot
them
tubs, and
down.
they have a motocross team.
Oh,
Bullfrog Spa has a motocross team?
That's cool. That's what Kaden needs. Hey,
Yeah.
Kaden, you need a motocross team.
Yeah, that's what you need, a motocross team. Smart Top Honda. What's Smart Top Honda?
I drive a Honda.
Oh, that must be the name of the motocross team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Smart Top Honda must be that's what I'm guessing.
Honda bikes, okay.
Yeah. That's cool. Where are you from, Chris? Awkward silence.
No pressure. Jeopardy music playing in my
funny.
head.
Yeah, well that's probably, you said he was on his way to Costa Rica. That's a
Family vacation.
how long is that flight?
I went there with the Misfits. I don't remember the flight being like crazy, stupid long.
Chris is from Thompson, Connecticut. Sees me all the time. Sees the work trucks all the time.
Oh, yeah, that would track. You coming to AC, Chris?
Chris, will you be in Atlantic City at the end of January? Jim would like to know.
All the cool pool guys are going to be there.
All the cool pool guys are going to be there. Well, so are you part of the Pool Liner Mafia on Facebook too?
Yeah.
So you know Chris Leitenberg?
Oh, that's Chris?
No, not here.
Oh, I was just saying, wait.
But do you know
I
him?
Chris Leitenberg very well. I've known him for a very long time. Chris in a little while. I didn't know he was coming to the show, but that's he's down in Florida now. But Chris used to work for.
He said he's going to be there.
Okay, that he'd been at the show. I think last year was the first time he wasn't at one in like 25 years or something like that. He's been in the industry very long time. He was my
Thanks, Chris.
At Kaden back when I was a Kaden dealer. So yeah, he runs.
I want to go to the Thompson Motor Speedway.
Mm-hmm.
I want to race cars at the Thompson Motor Speedway.
That sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, that would be great if you met Chris. He's a good guy.
Yeah, we've chatted back and forth. He knows who I am,
Everybody knows who you are, Steve.
No.
Yeah. Hey, everybody watching right now, you know who Steve is? Steve got a pool? You know. There he is, Steve.
Nobody knows who I am. I'm a Yukon Huskies fan.
Okay. My brother-in-law would disagree. He's a Penn State guy, but whatever.
Yeah. No, I'm a big Huskies fan. Like, I love the Huskies. My grandfather brought me to a game when I was younger, and I just got hooked ever since.
I reconnected with my natural father and my half sister.
What are we doing?
And
what are we doing?
They were asking why I was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I was like, think about the decade that I grew up in. Back in the 70s, that was the team. And as a kid, you're just like, oh my God, Hail Mary, and this is so amazing. So yeah, still a Steelers fan. So what are we doing? Somebody's asking what we're doing.
Yep, someone has asked what we're doing.
This is Jim from Kaden Manufacturing sitting awkwardly in this chair in a cold room, just shooting the you-know-what with Steve Goddard pools.
By the uninsulated door.
Right by the yes, single pane glass.
He's gonna call out of work sick for the next week.
For the next till the AC show.
Oh man.
A couple weeks ago, Steve ran a video. I forgot what the name was. Got to save the water for a pool job.
Chris. Oh.
He needed to temporarily save the water, so he utilized the Kaden Manufacturing pool bladder, which is a temporary water storage solution. It's essentially a bladder, a heavy-duty bladder that you can fill with like 3,000, 3,500 gallons of water while you're temporarily working on a pool, whether it's a renovation job, whatever it might be. Doesn't have to be a pool. It could be anything. Anytime you need to store water temporarily. That video over the holiday break after Christmas, before New Year's, started getting more and more and more likes. We went 100,000, 200, not likes, rather views, sorry, 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, almost 250,000 views with a lot of comments on this video. So clearly there were a lot of questions about this particular product, the nuances of it, the advantages of it, what is it. So I came as the director of sales and marketing and the technical specialist for Kaden Manufacturing. It's my job to inform the this, that, and the other thing. So that's why we're here. So any questions you have about storing water temporarily with the Kaden pool bladder, I'm here to answer.
I think we should also let everybody know that Kaden just doesn't do pool bladders. They do liners, safety covers, and that's it.
Apparently we sell
Are you doing
pool bladders.
are you doing pillowcases yet?
I could use one right now. Yeah, no, Kaden Manufacturing's been around for 18 years. Jeff Kaden has been in the industry 28 years. He is an engineer designing in-ground liners for the most part, and now safety covers as well. I used to be a Kaden dealer, and I loved the way that the Kaden liners fit. It's a full fitting liner. You didn't have to fight with it to get it in. And I love the customer service, and there were other aspects as to why I was a Kaden dealer.
Hey, we got no issues with you over here.
So yeah, Kaden Manufacturing, we make in-ground liners, we make safety covers, and we make the pool bladder, which is what brought us here today. All right. I'm the director of sales for all of the above, so if you go to kadenmfg.com, you'll find our phone number, you'll find email addresses. You can reach out to Kaden, you can reach out to me, and we can talk. We can answer questions here. We can answer them down the road.
And I'm this is me, folks. I'm Steve Got a Pool. That's Jeff from Kaden, but
That's Jeff? That's who?
It's Jim from Kaden.
Jim Dorsey from Jeff Kaden.
Ask my wife how many times I've been doing that. I've been bouncing you guys and we're like, Jeff, Jim.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But
I'm the good looking one.
But yeah, he's better looking than me.
Than Jeff.
And then Jeff, yeah. But listen, I just want to say that I'm honored. I'm honored that you took the time to come up here, Jim. And you can call me if you need to change my name, you can change my name too. But it means a lot to me that you came up to support my channel. So I want to take a minute and say thank you to everybody that's been watching. I want to thank Jim. I want to thank Jeff for letting Jim come up. I want to thank my boss, Brian, for letting me utilize this space. Poolside, you can see that it's starting to turn sunset outside, and the pool light is turning on, and so it's a nice little reminder that I guess summertime's not that far away, right? I mean,
it's only the beginning of January.
I mean, 4 months, 5 months. I don't know. When does pool season actually start?
Is he a shadow when he comes out? I don't know. It depends on where you are. I mean, my number 2 dealer in the country down in Florida, he's doing liners right now.
Buddy, I'm honestly humbled. I'm humbled that you took this much time out of your day to drive. Because I remember what it was like to take that drive down to New Jersey, and it's no joke. And you going through New York. I think my mom and I hit some serious traffic when we left, and we were coming back.
Yeah, that sucks.
I don't think you're gonna hit too much traffic on this Sunday night though.
And I come in, I'm mostly, like I said, mostly 84 the whole way.
Yeah.
Even getting all the way back.
But everybody's football games must have just ended or something here. But
I'm curious how the Steelers did.
You're able. Does anybody know how the Pittsburgh Steelers, did the Pittsburgh Steelers win? Yeah, Jim would like to know.
I would like to know. Well, yeah. So everybody else who's watching this live, it's Sunday. Okay. Steve is not being paid to do this by Giuliano's. I'm not being specifically paid. I'm a salaried guy, but I'm not specifically being paid anything to come up here on a 6-hour round trip on a Sunday.
No, I got nothing for you, buddy.
We're here to talk about this stuff for you guys, for pool professionals that don't know what this is, because of how viral that last video went. Clearly, a lot of people wanted to know more, so we're here to nip that in the bud and put it to bed for you.
It's probably about 25 degrees outside right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Old dirty Dasher wants to know how cold it is.
Yeah. In here it's 69. Outside it's like 25.
Alimo does not have a pool yet.
Oh,
Yet,
sorry to hear that.
I think "yet" was the key
Yeah,
word in
yeah.
that because there's there's always a chance.
There's always room unless you live at my house where I live on top of my backyard goes straight down a hill. There's no pool in my yard.
Well, we live in a cold environment here in New England, but usually we close pools down for the winter. 31. Grandma, my mother says it was. My mom's still here.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
She's going back for the margaritas.
She says she wants to know if we're jumping in. Mom, we're a little light on the likes. Yeah, a little light on the likes. Maybe we do something where like I do like some sort of cold plunge in Atlantic City down at the beach.
Ooh, oh.
Yeah,
Man.
we could maybe do something like that. We could.
But your Steve got a pool, not Steve got an ocean. I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know why you
Steve got a pool. It's funny. The way that I came up with the name was super unique. Steve got a pool, and I'll tell everybody how it happened. My initials are SGP.
Okay.
So I wanted the name of my YouTube channel to represent those initials.
Got it. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
You got it?
SGP.
You got it?
I got it.
Got it.
Got it.
That's another one. Steve got a pool. Got it? Got it.
Steve got it. Pool.
71 in Southern Cal.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is awesome.
Yeah, it's always nice in San Diego.
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
Old dirty Dasher. Oh, we got a new one here. Algeria?
Okay.
Algeria? Or Algeria?
You could say Algeria is the country.
Algier?
Algier. Mm.
It's red, green, white, black flag. Is it Algeria?
I don't.
It's spelled Algerie. Algier? Algier?
I don't know.
It's honestly, I thought I was a geographic expert, but apparently I'm not. Shorty, you still want to be moderator? Shorty, how's your bladder doing, buddy? Need a break on the bladder?
My bladder's good.
Your bladder's good?
My bladder's good. My mini bladder.
Okay, it's Algeria.
It's Algeria. Okay.
Yeah.
My mini bladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to make a new one for the upcoming show. This is an older style. This is back when we used to
Our
weld
pool's
it with the
big.
RS welders
Yes.
as opposed to the Miller machine. We have a slightly different style cap now. It's not recessed like that.
Yes, pools are a very big business here in the
And
Northeast.
this is bigger than it needs to be for just a demo version. Just so you know, the actual bladders are much bigger than this. We're like 15 by 15. This one's like.
Are you going to be bringing any, like you don't have enough space to like ever do Sopranos pool? No, never done Sopranos.
I've been by the Tony Soprano pool.
You have?
Yeah, I live right there. I mean, not right there, but it's in northern. I drive by Bada Bing all the time.
No kidding.
It's not really called Bada Bing.
It's not? What's
No,
it called?
Satin Dolls.
Satin Dolls?
Not that I would know.
140 votes. 140 votes.
Oh boy, we're getting close, man.
People are still saying yes, jump in.
Yes, jump in. Of course they are.
So I think we've established the times of going live are key.
Sure.
I think we might have been a little too early.
Well, we weren't live either, really. Unlisted live.
Yeah. So there's no way of really knowing the truth.
There's no way we'll ever know. Yeah. As a guy in charge of marketing and doing like email blasts, I know that there are certain times and days of the week that are best for me to put an email blast out. Supposedly like Wednesday at 8 p.m. is like the prime time. I'm like, oh, okay.
So when I post my videos, I try like I work all day and then I come home and I'll sit in my truck in my driveway, and I'll edit all my short videos that way. And but now we've just recently we got the iMac and we got a
Nice.
we're using the CapCut, so we're able to I don't know, like I'm having a lot of fun using the different tools.
Sure.
And things like that. There's obviously more that I'd like to accomplish, with it. But
Your style of videos are very informative.
what is my style?
It's guerrilla.
Guerrilla?
You're out in the field. Sometimes you're doing selfie mode. It's very like this is real. This is legit. Here we are on the spot. It's like the evening news. Boom. This is what's going on. Where my videos are like, I'm coming up with a script and I'm rewriting the script and I'm making some props and we're shooting multiple scenes. Then I'm gonna spend a day or two editing stuff together and adding some music and here's some graphics but I'm still, I'm doing it for entertainment, not for information.
Yeah.
So we have different approaches for the same end game, essentially. But so I kind of envy the ability to just be like, bang, hey folks, what's up? Steve got a pool. We're doing this right now. Check it out. Boom.
Yeah.
Just give me a like and a holler and
Yeah.
I'm post. I'm like, God, I wish I could do that.
People tell me all the time that I should be putting my stuff out on TikTok and Instagram and
Yes.
everything like that.
You
but
only put it on YouTube, right?
only on YouTube.
Every video we do, first it goes to YouTube, but then that gets shared on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
Limo,
whatever, wherever we can.
thank you. Yes, go check out my videos. I especially go check out my most recent long videos. I think my last 4 long videos, I put some good effort into video editing. Obviously, my shorts are always good. I think anyway. But we got a few people chiming in from Russia.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think I'm okay to say the country's name now. Finally, I don't
Oh, you
know.
weren't allowed to say it before?
There was a period of time there where I wasn't allowed to say either country.
Oh. Oh, okay. So we did one of the funny videos that we did just for marketing. This was not a political thing. It was Kaden Manufacturing had DJ Vance come and play
Yeah.
our corporate event.
Yeah.
It's an obvious goof on the
American
upcoming,
living in Romania,
the upcoming vice president.
Transylvania.
But we were not allowed to pay to promote that video because it was considered
Because it was political.
I'm like, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a joke. But yeah, so there's.
I feel that I do a very good job of keeping politics off of my channel.
If it's not a political channel, why would you have politics on there?
Exactly.
Exactly. It's a pool channel.
Yeah. No, my wife and I were on a cruise, and we met a jeweler from Transylvania.
Wow.
But there's an American living in Romania.
Okay.
And,
I've been to Romania once. We didn't play there. We just drove through it.
You have a request to do a mob boss stare. That's perfect. There you go, Tyler. Jim did that.
I've never had that request before. I totally didn't know where I didn't know where I was going to go.
Well, buddy, I mean, you were a natural born actor before you even started.
Shit, man, I'm a natural born killer.
It's amazing how the. I wish it wasn't picking that up there, but.
What?
Mafia boss. Limo says you're a mafia boss.
Okay. I'm only like a quarter Italian though, so I don't know if they'd allow me in. I'm more Scotch Irish.
What are your pronouns? Superpower India in the house. Hey, fun fact. India is my number 3 most watched, or is the country from number 3 most watched from the country? It goes,
Wow.
I think it goes United States, Canada, United Kingdom, and then India.
Interesting. A lot of pools in India? I
Yes, Malay. Are there a lot of swimming pools in Canada and India? Do you have a lot of swimming pools in India? We would like to know. If so, are they liner pools? Are they cement pools? I'm curious because I want to go and no.
Steve got a pool in India.
Jim, just say no.
No.
Yeah. Nope. Superpower.
I was surprised to learn that there were so many cement pools, plaster pools in Florida. Florida's a state where you can't even have a basement because of the water table. Why would I put a buoyant shell buried in the ground as opposed to a vinyl liner pool where worst case scenario, the liner floats and you just reset it? Don't know. Can't answer that question. Got me scratching my head though.
Malay is an Indian lion.
Cool.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I'm an American bulldog.
I'm a tank.
I'm a tank. Jim the Tank.
I'm the tank. That was a nickname I was given during my Misfits tenure.
Yeah. When's the last time that you talked with any? Because they're not all around anymore, right?
Well, let's see. So my former business partner, he and I owned All American Pool
Thank you,
Service
Malay.
together. He was the original tour manager for the Misfits because he's the middle brother between Jerry Only and Doyle, the bass player and guitarist of the Misfits. So I talk to him all the time. He's still a Kaden dealer. Always will be. Jerry and Doyle of the Misfits, I might run into them. I live in the town in Vernon, New Jersey, not Vernon, Connecticut, where the Misfits are from, so I run into them from time to time. But Robo, who was in Black Flag, another legendary punk band, and was with the Misfits for a time as a drummer. He is Colombian, so he lives in Cali, Colombia, but he comes back to the States a lot to take care of business royalties and medical stuff and whatnot. I see him a lot because I handle all of his U.S. business affairs, even though I haven't worked for the band since 2008.
So aside from the Misfits, most famous person you ever met?
Steve got it rules.
I'm humbled. No, really.
Most famous person I ever met, Robert Plant.
Robert Plant. Led Zeppelin, right?
Yes. I've met a lot of famous people.
Loma,
A lot of
always.
them, when I was done meeting them, I'm like, wow, you're kind of a D-bag. I wouldn't pee on you if you were on fire. Like, I can't believe a lot of people, millions of people, idolize you. But Robert Plant, I think once you get to the level of, like, the lead singer of Led Zeppelin, big, you don't need to be a pretentious know-what anymore. You can be down to earth. You can be cool. So we were playing at a pub in Wolverhampton, UK, and his son's band was opening for us. And he was backstage in just like his casual tracksuit, hanging out. He was such a down-to-earth, just like chill guy. We were calling him Uncle Bob. He was very nice. Sadly, this was the day before smartphones. So if you wanted to take a picture, like, you needed the camera. So I have no evidence of me and Uncle Bob hanging out backstage, but it was a breath of fresh air for sure.
My most famous person I ever met, probably Danny Bonaducci.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
Partridge Family action?
In Atlantic City.
Okay.
At Caesars.
Okay.
Downstairs where all the slot machines are. He came up to my wife and bummed my wife for a cigarette.
Classic Bonaducci.
Yep.
Oh my God.
With
Bonaducci.
with his daughter right there, giving him a dirty look.
Yeah. Okay. Dad, come on.
And I stood there with my mouth wide open, like I didn't know what to say. My wife did all the talking.
Just come on, get happy.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Danny Bonaducci. And then that could happen again in Atlantic City. You never know.
Well, I don't know what that means. We're starting to Albania or Kleiner?
Line of question?
Kleiner, I don't know. The most famous person is Jim from Kaden Pools. It's Kaden Manufacturing.
But I appreciate that. Thank you.
Little Albanian.
Also known as,
Little Albanian.
Okay. So at the Atlantic City Pool and Spa Show, I'm dipping into my past where, like I said, all through my 40s, I was big into cosplay. For those who don't know what cosplay is, it's adults.
That's cool,
Doing
Limo.
some kind of childish stuff. Putting together and donning like professional level costumes and becoming these characters. Going to conventions, going to events. Sometimes we do charity things for like children's hospitals, things of that nature. I would conduct weddings. I would DJ as different cosplay characters. But I happen to have some Terminator garb left over from my cosplays. The boots, the jacket, the glasses, that sort of thing. And we came up with this spoof, this shtick for the Cadenator. Put it together in one of the videos that was geared towards pool owners as opposed to pool professionals. And it kind of caught fire. It got very popular. So we decided to use that as a promotion for this upcoming contest at booth 2246 in Atlantic City, where the Cadenator will be there. Get your picture taken with them. And,
Oh, yeah.
You could win. You could win big.
Oh yeah. I'll be coming down to take a picture with you.
Well, you have a chance to win.
What do I got to do to win again?
So my wife, Faye, who is a professional photographer, she's being hired by Kaden as a freelance to take all the pictures. She will take your phone, take the picture of you and the Cadenator together in front of the Kaden backdrop, and then you take that picture. There's a QR code that you'll be able to scan to make it easy for you. You can then share that photo on your social media links. You can tag us on the same social media links, and just make sure you add, this is very important, add the hashtag Kadenator, because that's how we will search for all the posts on all the social media platforms. And each time you share that to another location, you get entered another entry into the drawing, of which there will be 5.
You paying attention to that, Shorty?
10th to 14th. Hope so.
Hope everybody's paying attention. I hope that if anybody's watching and is going to the Atlantic City Pool Show, I know I'll be looking forward to meeting some of you, and I know that Jim will be looking forward to. Hey, what are you sorry for anyway? You were just teaching me how to say it.
Oh yeah.
Kleiner.
Learning is good.
Yeah, Kleiner Albania means little Albanian.
Oh.
I don't know why. I mean, if that's a true statement, thank you. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for everybody that voted.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And if you're coming to the AC show, do not worry about trying to remember all those rules and what you got to do, because there will be postcards on the boardwalk, at the booth, at the party. They'll be everywhere with all the rules and the QR codes, and we're gonna make it super easy for you. My wife will walk you through everything when she takes the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta make it easy. Otherwise it doesn't work.
Kaden.
Kaden manufacturing.
Kaden.
Like I said, been around 18 years now. Jeff Kaden, been in the business 28 years. Been designing liners a long time and designs them very well. And I'm not just saying that as the director of sales. I used to be a Kaden dealer, so I know.
It's a very creative comment. What's up? Very creative comment.
Okay.
Some of the comments.
What's up?
Do you want a free coupon for 50% off your next lobotomy treatment?
What a bargain.
What a bargain.
Yeah. I might need that. I don't know.
Hello. Hello from Israel.
Oh, cool. Coming a long way over here.
Yeah.
I guess it's
What time is it?
Over there at this point.
Shorty.
Let's see. Is that about 7 hours?
Shorty just retracted her statement. I can't. I'm in Scotland. I wish to have an indoor pool when I'm rich, though.
Whereabouts in Scotland? I have a lot of Scottish blood. Just curious.
Yeah.
I've been to Edinburgh.
Oh, you got a compliment. Somebody says that you're handsome.
Why would you lie like that? Come on, that's.
I don't know.
Thank you.
You got a compliment that said somebody said you're handsome.
See, now you're making me blush. Come on.
Glasgow.
Nice.
Glasgow.
Love it over there. I'm jealous. I'd love to go back.
Scotland.
Yep.
Somebody chimed in earlier.
Yeah.
Can we get a pool cover when we our patio in? A safety cover?
A safety cover? We
I mean, yeah, we could have Kaden make our safety cover, I think.
Yeah.
It's an
we almost did.
It's an 8x20.
Safety covers with you guys, but we lost out to a competitor. But not everybody's, perfect.
See, that's a part of the business that I just don't really have any say in whatsoever.
Right.
You're definitely getting a lot of compliments right now, though, from one person. From one. My wife did agree. So it's almost midnight in Israel right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, that tracks about 7-hour difference.
Does anybody know how the Pittsburgh Steelers did today? Jim would like to know how the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We're locking in I know we're in the playoffs, but are we clinching the division or not?
Well,
Ravens would have to lose. We would have to lose. That's a tall order.
Well,
that's a tall order.
It's getting to be 5 o'clock. Well, you got a fan, Jim.
Oh boy.
You have a fan.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Her name is Hold.
Okay.
So tell Hold you love her.
The fire?
It could be a fake account. You never know.
Do they know about pool bladders?
We're here to talk about pool bladders. This is not a dating website.
No.
So what do you want to do? It's 5 o'clock.
You got it, Tinder. Is that what we're calling this now?
Wife's asking me what time to have dinner ready for.
Oh, whenever we're done.
19 to 17 Bengals. Sorry, Jim.
Dang, that's the Bengals, so that's really not helping our situation with the Ravens.
Tim, T-Rex, this is Jim from Kaden Manufacturing. He drove 3 hours from New Jersey up here to Connecticut, close to the Massachusetts border, just to come here and say hello to you on the Steve Got It Pool platform, to respond to some comments from a viral video that I just most recently had with over 700,000 views on a short video explaining the Kaden manufacturing pool bladder. And that's the vent, that's the bladder. It's like a little salesman, salesman. Pickles, that's not very nice to your neighbor. I'm sure your neighbor's a nice person. Don't be so mad at your neighbor.
For not using a pool bladder?
Michael Richards, good way to get your comment deleted by my wife.
Oh.
My dad once drove 12 hours nonstop. T-Rex, I think most I ever drove nonstop was 18 hours.
Well, you have to stop for gas. I don't know if there's any vehicle that'll drive 18 hours on one tank of gas.
True.
Yeah.
But all right. Is that what we're talking about?
I've driven across the country with the Misfits, but that was, we would drive.
Yeah, you always got to stop. Now, I have done the Trailer Park Boys thing with the milk jugs while I'm driving. I've done that.
I got a Gatorade bottle on
Yeah.
my seat. I'm not going to lie.
Are you scared? You people are just getting out of control. All right, so it's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. I think we successfully achieved we successfully achieved a listen. Yeah, Alimo, thank you for checking that out. You know, some of the comments, man, out of control.
Yeah,
Out of control.
yeah,
You guys are just funny. But pickles. I like Alimo. Alimo seemed pretty. Alimo's the one from Scotland, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
Glasgow.
Yeah.
Glasgow.
All right. Here, well, all right. You want to close out?
Sure. Hey, thank you for everybody who chimed in. Whether you're a pool professional, a pool, or you don't even know what a swimming pool is, it doesn't matter. Thanks for showing up. I was just here helping out my buddy Steve. There is no ulterior motive to what we're doing here. No, Kaden Manufacturing does not make liners or covers for Giuliano's, but we're all in this together, man. We're all in the same industry. We work together. We're all trying to earn a living so we can feed and support our families. And if we can help each other out on a friendly basis to make that work even better for each other, hey, great. We're all for it. So, if hopefully we answered everybody's questions as far as what the Kaden pool bladder is, how you use it, why you use it, what it costs, all that kind of stuff. And if you're interested, if you have more questions that we haven't answered here, you can reach out to us at Kaden Manufacturing. We're online, kadenmfg.com, and you can ask us all these questions. You can order the bladders. We've gone over the pricing. I will give you a discount if you mention you watched this on Steve Got It Pools. You saw Jim talking about the pool bladders. I'll get you 15% off. And if you order 5, I'll get you free shipping as well. So hopefully I'll see some of you, maybe in Atlantic City at the show coming by the Kaden booth, number 2246. Maybe you could win something big. You definitely at least get a $50 discount, $50 credit rather, on your Kaden account. Otherwise, hey, just thanks for showing up. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the love. Thanks for some of the funny comments.
Alimo said this was a nice, different live. It was a nice, different live. So at least we're different from what's out there.
Definitely different. My wife will tell you.
Yeah, my wife will tell you the same.
But it's always an honor to do stuff here with Steve. Steve's got a great gig going here. We're good buddies. We see eye to eye on a lot of things. Having fun, just do our thing, man.
We're gonna have a blast in Atlantic City too.
Heck yeah.
Are you doing any of those classes in Atlantic City?
I am teaching Wednesday morning, 8:30. I'm teaching. So you just started the pool service. Now what for new pool business owners? Maybe you've been a pool guy for a long time and you know that. But from my own experience, having started my own pool service, there's a lot you don't know when now you're the boss running the show. There's other stuff that you need to do, which is more than just working on swimming pools. So that's Wednesday morning, 8:30 to 10.
My class is a Wednesday morning too.
Oh, well, you're teaching?
No, I'm not teaching any classes yet.
Okay.
But I forget what I want to say it's some sort of chemistry class I'm taking.
There's a lot of those.
Yeah. So hello everybody. So Jim, that was very nice of you to use all those kind words, and
I
I enjoy I enjoy being able to shoot with you every now and then too. Hi J Dog, and thanks to everybody that subbed in. Alimo from Scotland. Thanks for the compliments. Thanks for the kind words. Thanks for trying to say that was a bad comment to Pickles earlier too, because my wife deleted that comment and everything like that. But listen, tomorrow I'm back to work. We're back at that big pool renovation. You know, I'm sure everything's going to be frozen. We're going to be dealing with a lot of frozen dirt and things like that. How's my hair look? I mean, I'm just trying to use this moment. I usually have like
the wild man.
I usually have like the wild man haircut, the Bob Ross haircut.
Oh, the Bob Ross.
But during the summertime, there we go. During the summertime, I usually just shave my hair. But I don't know. I think maybe next time we'll do a poll. Should Steve cut his hair or just let it go?
Yeah.
But folks, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say thank you to everybody that actually came in to support this live stream. I can't stand looking at my hair like that anymore. I think
The hat and the hood.
I think I look cooler like this.
Oh man,
I'm not gonna lie.
Steve, you
You
look
know.
cool, bro.
You
Look
know.
at that. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get the side plants going.
Yeah.
Steve got it.
Steve got it.
Steve got
Yeah.
it.
Steve got it. Can anybody guess how old Steve got it is? I'm 46 years old. Correct me if I'm wrong. Shorty, you want me to take the monitor off for you now? We're getting ready to shut this live stream down. Wait. I've clicked on the wrong one.
So.
Remove as managing moderator. All right. So Shorty, just so everybody knows, Shorty is my wife. And I love her very much, and she supports everything that I do. And
Nice.
she's wondering when I'm coming home for dinner, though. So I'm coming home soon, honey. Thanks to everybody that chimed in on the. It looks like 72% of the people said we should not jump in the pool because we would get sick, and
Good. Highly likely.
no one wants to catch the flu. But
Oh gosh.
listen, folks. I'm Jim. That's Steve. And we're out of here. Take it easy.
See you guys.
Appreciate everybody. That was a good live stream, everybody. Thanks a lot.